Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
Pain Train Productions presents Pain Train Pipe Bomb. Starring Ricky, a.k.a. The Prez, Karasu, a.k.a. Beefcake, Melissa, a.k.a. The EP. You can find all of our merchandise on shop.spreadshirt.com/Pain Train Pipe Bomb or painttrainpipebomb.threadless.com. You can find all of our media and social networking on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, milehighradio.com, energyradio.com, Spotify, Twitch, Spreaker, and IPMNation.com. Our intro music is Insanity Control.
What is up, everybody? It is fucking Monday night. It is a fucking change of pace, but it is National Podcast Day.
Yes, it is.
Hell right.
And we have decided that we are going to join forces with the Bear Cave tonight and roll a 2-in-1 National Podcast Day show.
That's right.
What's up, fuckers?
Man, you know I can't call it, bro. I decided to come out. I got the crisp bought from New York Yankees hat on. I got this bought from inside of Amazon Yankees jersey on. You know, it's gone through hell. It's got a few battle scars on it. But the Yankees are in the playoffs. Starts off later on this week. Hell right. Feeling great. Hey, look. While you're already hating over there, why don't you go ahead, turn it in them lazy ass, stupid ass, no good ass orange and blue colors. Come join me on the pinstripe bandwagon. I got a seat for you, Melissa, on the right. Ricky,
Never.
and let's just ride this train to 28, baby. Let's do this.
Never.
Hey, listen, for all those who are kind of wondering, he's wearing his Yankee gear. I am currently sporting the 4-0 New England Patriots hoodie today.
The lucky ass 4-0 New England Patriots.
Oh, yeah, lucky ass nothing.
Are you kidding me? Tom Brady looked like the 42-year-old quarterback that he is. Buffalo was in that ass. Freaking morons. If Josh Allen wasn't such a freaking idiot and didn't throw off his back foot on every interception he threw, maybe they would have won that game yesterday. Dumbass. What a dumbass. That game was royally pissing me off. I'm like, oh my God, Frank Gore is actually running for 100 yards against the Patriots. And then what does Josh Allen do? Bam! Throws off his back foot to where even my niece could pick that ball off. Freaking moron. I could have played quarterback better than that.
Well, this is going to be a mixed bag of everything today. We got Stephen Wallman in the room. By the way, Melissa did give out her first ever autograph yesterday.
I did!
Oh, nice.
And by the way, Gennaro, we weren't on Thursday night, so happy birthday,
Yes.
Gennaro.
Happy birthday, sweetheart.
We got a
God
whole
bless.
bunch.
Hey, I cannot wait to do Arch Rivals tomorrow. You better come and lose because I see Todd's already trying to talk shit, and I'm just going to go ahead and just let you know right now, it is going to be a fun show tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm telling you right now, I am going to sit here and monitor everything while you guys rip each other new assholes about games yesterday, because I'm going to tell you, I did not have my normal workload of watching games. I was actually down to 9 instead of 11 because I wanted to key in on certain games, and it just so happens that I keyed in on all 4 of our teams, plus some other notable teams that people were bitching about. So, that's all I got to say about that.
Fair enough.
But Arch Rivals is going to be on at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
So all of the regular viewers, all 15, 16, 20 of you, when you get in tomorrow from work, eat your dinner, come in and fucking join us on Arch Rivals, because this is now officially the first time Pipe Bomb has ever been on Blackjack TV.
This is true.
And Arch Rivals is going to be on for its 3rd time officially tomorrow night. So we just keep on fucking getting bigger and better right now.
It seems okay, Todd.
Yeah, hey, remember, man didn't build Rome in a day. You know what I'm saying? And each week we keep going. We just keep building Rome until everybody wants to come into Rome. And then I'm going to be like, wait a minute. What did you do to contribute to come to Rome? And then I'll be like, oh, we didn't do anything. To get your sorry ass back over there to Prague, you don't get a chance to come in here into Rome. That is the exact line I am going to drop if you have not participated in building Rome. Remember.
Thank you, Steven. I saw that you shared it, but I'm not in the group, so I couldn't see even what people said about it.
Well,
but I did know that you shared it.
There is a lag between the audio and the video. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about that. That is network issuing, and we still have not totally figured out Restream yet. So maybe it could be Restream. It could be the weather, because the weather has affected a lot of shit. And it actually did start drizzling earlier. So with the shitty weather, hey, you never know.
Hey, what you call it? First off, I have to give props where props is due. That Ranger cake was on point, looked beautiful. I almost shedded a little tear on the detail and the craftsmanship of the New York Rangers cake, and it was almost like I was there to take the picture and eat a piece. It looked beautiful.
Thank you.
There was something else I wanted to say.
That was for Sean's birthday.
Yes. And Sean's a diehard Rangers fan, and one of these days we got to sit and talk hockey because I love the Rangers. He loves the Rangers. I saw that in one of the groups, what's her name? Janine, I think it is, put on the Breadman jersey. That means hockey's around the corner. I have to freshen up my jersey collection because all I have is Henrik Lundqvist's jersey. I don't know how he's going to do this year, but I have a feeling he's going to retire in the next 2 years, and I need to get a new jersey. So I'm about to work on that real quick, too.
And I've got to tell you, though, as well, that Lynn is in the room right now, and she's supposed to be doing a live at 9:30 our time, and it's her tribute to National Podcast Day.
Oh, nice.
So, everybody that's here, again, thank you for all showing up. We much appreciate you fucking hanging out with us.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how long we're going to be on, honestly, but this is usually like a fucking live group conversation, so if you have a comment to make that is not having to deal with fucking politics or religion, fucking shoot something. We'll bullshit on it. It works that way.
Hey, can I say something real quick? Now, check this out. So, out here in Chicago, I don't know how it is in New York, but here in Chicago, our internet providers are Xfinity, AT&T, and then there's everybody else. And I saw the greatest commercial yesterday, and I have to put these guys on blast because AT&T can suck my balls. Let me make sure I got this straight. AT&T legit, before I switched over to Xfinity, when we were trying to figure out why my internet connection was so slow, I legit called AT&T and I was looking up their faster internet, and they're like, "Oh, we got a fiber optics we have a fiber optics option as well, right?" So I'm like, cool. How much is the fiber optics I'm trying to upgrade? I'm sorry, sir, but it is not available in your area. How, Sway? I live in Metro Chicago. You're going to tell me that I can't get a fiber optics out here in the suburbs of Chicago? Piss off. Xfinity has been the absolute bee's knees ever since I got it. Then they came and fixed it. Now it works better than ever. I get no lag when I'm out here playing Gears 5. I get no lag when I'm out here playing Madden 20 or whatever it is. I got Borderlands downloaded on the Xbox One for my playing pleasure because everyone said, "Oh, so Negro, you got to play Borderlands 3." So I'm going to play Borderlands 3 as soon as I flip 1, 2, and the pre-sequel. So give me 2 weeks to do all that. So Xfinity, props to you. AT&T, get your stuff together because you suck my balls. That's all I need to say.
Well, that's what happened by me, too, because I have Cablevision, like, along with 1,000 people Optimum or whatever it's called. And we also have the option of Verizon Fios. And they told us that unless 3 or more people on our block wanted to get Fios, that they couldn't hook it up to my house. Yeah. So it's kind of the same situation. Like, they have to have like a herd of people doing it in the same spot in order for them to run the lines.
Yeah, what a joke.
It's the same bullshit.
Well, it's funny though, because we have Optimum here, and that's one of the big 3 that there is in New York with the triple play package. And everybody was like, oh yeah, well maybe you should fucking upgrade to Verizon and you'll have better service that way. Here's the joke. There are certain blocks in the neighborhood that are not even remotely close to being set up for Verizon or any of their fiber optic stuff. And here's the even bigger fucking laugh, is that their internet service is not even half the speed of what we get with Optimum.
No.
So why would I go and fucking switch with Verizon to get half the fucking speed if you don't even have it fucking set up here to begin with?
Yeah,
exactly.
Thanks,
I just got this shirt. Jaws is like one of my favorite movies ever. Just saying.
Can you hear me now?
Hell god dang right. Hey, hold on a second. Keith Robbins said, how about them Bucks? Yeah, Todd, how about them Bucks? Punk ass. I'm gonna take the Rams in this game. Yeah, how'd that work out for you? You better not take them next week, because we finna beat the Aints next week. Believe that. We are going into the punk-ass Big Easy, and we're going to beat the punk-ass Aints, just like we beat the punk-ass Rams. We're going to show Dak Prescott and Dallas Cowboys how it's supposed to be done. Since they couldn't get the job done last week, we get the job done on Sunday. So just tune in. There's no other football game on Sunday that you should be watching outside of your soon-to-be MVP and Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Period.
But by the way, what time is that game on?
I swear to God, if it's on at 3:30, I'm gonna absolutely completely shit a brick, dude. The Bucks have been on at 3:00 every week so far. I think it's on at 12. I'm finna look it up right now.
Well, then you'll have to remind me on Sunday to put it in my game list.
Yeah.
Because obviously, Nick, you've seen the studio. Todd has seen the studio, and a few of the other people have seen the studio. There are 5 screens alone, 4 screens on one side, and the main local game on the other side.
Keith said it's a noon game.
It is. It's a 12 o'clock game. But then check this out. The following week, for whatever reason, they put Tampa Bay in London. That game's at 8:30 in the morning. Are you kidding me? So now I couldn't even go out on Saturday, even if I wanted to make sure that I'm up in enough time to watch the Bucks beat the Carolina Panthers. Come on, man. This dumbass, sorry-ass schedule. I don't know who made this. Should be kicked in the nuts, dude. This schedule sucks.
Well, it obviously wasn't a Bucks fan. Because otherwise they would have been
well, you know what?
A little more respectful.
Why don't you jump on fucking Goodell's case for that then?
Hey, hold on a second. Brian says, old garbage-ass crab legs. Hey, bro, there's not a quarterback that's played better in the last 3 weeks than Jameis Winston. You name him, and I'm going to call you a liar. Go ahead and try me.
Okay, wait a sec. You know what? Now that you bring this up, you're saying nobody's been better than Jameis, correct?
In the last 3 weeks. Facts.
Okay. All right, so
here we go.
I'm going to run this with you then, because now you have turmoil, and we like turmoil. You know this, and I know this. Okay, so you're telling me now that currently he's played better than the next 2 quarterbacks that I'm going to mention: Dak Prescott,
yes,
and Patrick Mahomes,
yes. You want to know why? How many touchdowns Patrick Mahomes threw yesterday?
How many did Dak throw?
You didn't answer my question, so
I just said the 2 quarterbacks.
I know you understand English. How many touchdowns did Patrick Mahomes throw yesterday?
0.
Thank you. How many touchdowns did on the road, on the same road, did Jameis Winston throw yesterday? 4. Thank you. Next.
Okay, but you
are y'all sure y'all?
You didn't ask her about Dak. You didn't say anything about Dak.
Okay, and I specifically said, you asked me, was Dak Prescott, has Jameis been playing better than Dak Prescott? And my exact answer, without even missing a beat, was yes. Let me tell you Jameis Winston's last 3 games. You ready? 917 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Name me someone that's played better.
I don't know. I thought you probably would have put him.
You want to know why you said I don't know? Because there's nobody else that's been played better than the soon-to-be MVP, number 3.
Oh, here we go.
Hell right. Hell right. This is just a snippet, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen tomorrow. Just a snippet of what's going to happen tomorrow.
What the fuck is a snidbit?
I don't know, but whatever it is, Nick likes to say it. So
what is a snidbit?
We don't challenge that.
It's like French for peace. That's right. I speak a little French.
What kind of bullshit is that?
My first name is Nicholas. How French can it not be?
Uh-huh.
That's right. And my last name is borderline French too. So
borderline.
And outside of the United States, the only other soccer team that I root for is France. And I won money when France ran through the World Cup like a hot knife through butter. Telling you.
Didn't they lose?
No, they didn't. They won the most recent World Cup. Didn't you just hear me say it ran through a hot knife through like?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that.
I don't know, but speaking of Paris, France, do you know that our show 2 weeks in a row, the most viewed country that they viewed it in was Paris, France?
Oh, I wonder why.
42. No, wait. 42% of our viewers were in Paris. Could you imagine my voice dubbed over in French? Just imagine my language and my voice dubbed over in French to these people.
They'd be like, oh, oui, oui.
Well, let me tell you, though. I mean, I look at the stats, right? And it was the United States. It was France. Then it was Ireland, Italy, Poland, the Czech Republic.
My whole family. That's my whole family.
And you go,
and you realize the Czech Republic?
Yeah, because my grandfather was from Czechoslovakia.
And you go and realize that, damn, like, what the fuck really is going on? Because you don't expect that. But apparently, thank you to the people in Paris, France, for
yay, French people.
Yeah, I mean, they
yes.
You get famous. You don't think about fucking.
I like French fries and French toast. I could relate to them.
And don't forget the croissants.
Do you eat crepes? Can we talk about real
did
French
you ever have a crepe with Nutella in the center?
Good goddamn well, I'm not eating Nutella.
Oh my God. You don't know what you are missing.
Yes, I do. Nutella's nasty as hell. Do you know that Nutella, like one spoonful of Nutella has the equivalent of sugar for like 10 Oreos? Hell no, I'm double straight.
Oh, stop.
I'm double straight.
You gotta live a little bit.
I am living a little by not eating Nutella.
So did that ice cream that we had on those chicken sandwiches when you were here. Did you complain about the sugar then?
That's because I was splurging.
Look at your face. You can't even fucking deny it. We had honey.
Are you kidding me?
We had honey ice cream when you were here for that week. Honey ice cream. So not only was it sugar and cream, but there was honey on there. And you're going to complain about the sugar and Nutella?
Why?
No, man,
okay. Let me ask you a legit question. Why would I come to New York and brush up on my nutritional facts?
So then why are you gonna bust my balls about eating a crepe with a little bit of spread of Nutella on it?
Because you're eating it at home.
Well, if I came there, I would still eat it.
I wouldn't recommend it. I'd be like, look, why don't we go to like a pancake house? There's like 5 million pancake houses out here in the Midwest. We can go grab some pancakes, not named IHOP, and then, call it a day. Then once you're done getting full on pancakes, and then you deuce out the pancakes, and you make yourself a little bit of room, then we'll go to Al's Beef, the best beef in Chicago. Sorry, Portillo's. And then once we get some Al's Beef, walk around Chicago a little bit, you go and you deuce out the Al's Beef. You're like, hey, I got a little room. Then I'm going to take you to the Real Deal Holyfield of Pizzas. We go downtown. We hit up Giordano's. You get the real stuff pizza. And for all the New Yorkers that's out out there. They're like, oh my God, stuffed pizza's like lasagna. Shut your mouth. That's not what stuffed pizza is. It is one of the greatest creations. I'm not dissing New York pizza. I love thin crust pizza, but you cannot diss if you've never had it. And I know a lot of New Yorkers that's never even set foot in Chicago, that's never had it, that's dissed it. You're missing out. Period. That would just be in one day.
I don't think I've ever said anything bad about Chicago pizza, have I?
Well, actually, I can actually say though that
I've never had it. I can't compare it to anything. So if you've never had it, you can't compare it.
I know Nick.
No, go ahead, Bob.
I know Nick was supposed to be bringing me pizza, and it wasn't possible to bring it on the plane.
No, it wasn't. Everything was closed.
But I think the only thing I've really had the closest to for Chicago pizza was probably Pizzeria Uno's.
Yes.
And their Chicago-style pizza is pretty outstanding.
Yeah,
that's probably the closest you're going to get out there. Pizzeria Uno is a Chicago staple. Giordano's is a Chicago staple. Gino's East, which is the biggest piece of crap in Chicago, is a Chicago staple. And there's Lou Malvinati's, the second biggest piece of crap, is a Chicago staple. You want real pizza, you're going to go to Giordano's. You're going to go to, I don't know, I've never had Italian Pizza Fiesta or whatever it's called, so I can't knock it. But Giordano's is pretty much the real deal.
Well, look, this is the way I see it. When you go to a place, you have to ask local people where they eat. Not so much where people recommend, because when somebody goes someplace, they're going to tell you, like, a hot spot that all the tourist people go. So you have to ask somebody local where they go to get food, and that's usually the best food when you go someplace.
If that's the case, then we're going to go to the west side of Chicago. You want some good ribs? We'll hit up Coleman's. You want some good chicken? F. Harold's. We go to the west side and grab some Uncle Remus. I'm telling you, I did not get fat by accident out here in Chicago. There may not be as many eateries as it is in New York, but trust me, we can go toe to toe with the great New York when it comes to eateries. But I'm telling you, we got some spots out here. Pizza, beef. I don't know. Your Chinatown kind of craps on ours, though. Like, we got some great Chinatown places. It's just not as cool as it is in New York.
Wow.
Like, in New York, you guys got, like the Asian guys got the real accents out there. And then they got,
real accent? Because they're really Chinese, you mean?
All right, here's what when I was out there, not last time, but the time before, I was looking for a MoneyGram, and it sent me to the Chinatown, right? Yeah. And then I go in there, and I was like, excuse me, sir, you have a MoneyGram in here? He's like, oh, no, it's not been in here for a very long time. And it took every fiber being in me not to laugh, because I was like, damn.
Because he wasn't actually faking his accent, because he really was Chinese?
It was so thick. And I'm like, all right, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. I went outside, started laughing. She's like, what's so funny? And I was like, hey, man, look, this man had one of them real fresh off the boat Chinese thick accents. Man, I couldn't sit there and laugh at the man right in front of his face. Very disrespectful. So I just waited till I went outside. But then I went outside, and they got like the fish all over down the street with the head still on it. Yep. And they had all the Chinese candies. I'm like, man, Chicago's Chinatown can't hold a candle to this.
Not at all.
Oh.
Not at all.
Not even close. So I was a little jealous. I'm like, man, this Chinatown's kind of raw. But that don't mean Chicago's Chinatown sucks. It's actually pretty decent. It's just not as cool as New York's.
Well, think of it this way. In New York, the most famous Chinese place, obviously, is Wohop.
Yeah.
Because the place never fucking closes.
No.
All right? It's open legitimately 24 hours in both restaurants, which is the upstairs, which is more of the sociable, restaurant-y type place.
Right.
Okay, and then you got, like, the diner set up, which is the one that's down in the basement, and that place is small. It's very confined, but it is, like, the diner kind of feel.
Yeah.
Like the extreme, okay, we're going to have your food out in, like, 3 minutes type deal.
And if you ask people here which they prefer, the upstairs or downstairs, there's always a conflict. Who likes upstairs better and who likes downstairs better?
But I got to tell you,
because it's a totally different vibe.
And I legitimately was talking to some cops a few weeks ago when picking up my other part of today, which is National Coffee Day.
Yes, it's National Coffee Day.
Along with National Podcasting Day. It's fucking amazing. They were actually wearing Wool Hop t-shirts.
Yes.
Because they were undercover DTs.
Yes.
And I said to him, I was like, I've got 3 of those, and I need to go back and buy some more. And they changed the design on the front of the shirt.
Yeah.
And I was a little fucking angry with that they changed the design. But as soon as I mentioned the shirt, they were like, "Oh, when was the last time you were there?" And it's only been like 2 months.
My birthday.
3 months.
My birthday was the last time we were there.
Well, I mean, Wool Hop Chinese-wise is probably the best place. Yeah. Obviously, everybody's going to have their own fucking favorite pizza place.
Well, the best part about this, Nick, is that the last time we were at Wool Hop, I got some kind of chicken, and it had vegetables with it, right? So I wasn't sure exactly what I was eating because the vegetables were all shaped the same way. Right. So I asked the guy, and I was like, what kind of vegetables are these? Expecting to get some kind of answer, like, this is a carrot, this is a this. He said to me, they're Chinese vegetables. What the fuck is a Chinese vegetable? Like, what is it? Like, identify what it is that's shaped like a carrot. Like, everything was shaped like a carrot, but different colors. And I was like, what is this? And he goes, oh, those are Chinese vegetables. Okay.
We're actually going to have a call in from another podcast.
Sweet.
I bet you anyone were like, excuse me, Mom, but the Chinese snow pea is very different from the American snow pea.
I just wanted to know what they were. I wanted to know what I was eating.
Man, that dude's not going to sit there and break down what every Chinese vegetable it is. He's probably like American lady, either eat the Chinese vegetable or I take it back to kitchen. Which one you want? It's probably
I ate them anyway.
Yeah.
But still, I wanted to know what it was.
Hey, Todd, like 20 minutes ago was like, can I come downstairs and no, stay your ass upstairs. I'll deal with you tomorrow. No.
Okay, we actually have a call in from another one of the podcasts.
Sweet.
Oh, sweet.
You're on the pipe bomb. Oh, hello.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
So, Patrick, I want you to introduce yourself. I'm going to try to get you on screen, and, it is National Podcasting Day.
I saw you posted that. I figured I'd dial in. I'm Patrick from Savage Thoughts Podcast. We broadcast out of central Minnesota every Thursday night, 7:30 Central Time. Our podcast, I always say it's not appropriate for anyone to listen to, much less us do it.
Can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
How many games did the Yankees whoop the Twins starting later on this week? 3?
Oh,
do we give you a pity game to make sure we don't whoop your ass?
I'm not worried about it. You got a Buccaneers flag behind you. We're good.
What's that? Hey, you guys just got your asses whooped out here in Chicago. Yeah, hey, how's that Kirk Cousins contract going for you?
I'm not a Vikings fan at all.
Wait a minute.
Who's got the feedback?
Probably me.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I'm not on my normal stuff here.
No, it's cool. I just wanted to know where it was coming from.
Yeah, my team, I got to see lift the trophy, even though they suck now, so. I lived up in Denver for 5 years, so I became a Broncos fan.
Ah! My sister's a Broncos fan. I sympathize for you guys.
Yeah, well, when you get a horrible quarterback situation like Minnesota's got too, it's an ongoing thing.
Touche. I can't argue that.
The reason I wanted to call in is, I'm listening to you guys talk about food, right? And I'm going to go with New York pizza over Chicago style. I've had both, but I personally, I'm not a fan of the deep dish. I'm not. Just too much. Now, beef, when I was out in Chicago this time last year, I got a burger, Kobe beef burger. Oh my God, that thing melted in your mouth. It was amazing.
Believe it.
But here in Minnesota, the food is horrendous. There's no flavor, there's nothing. I can turn all y'all's stomachs right now because someone orders a dog around here. It's literally ketchup, mustard, that's it. It's like, come on, throw some toppings on there. Don't just leave it like that.
Well, Melissa will fit right in because all she puts is monkey ass ketchup on her hot dog.
Shut up about the fucking ketchup.
God bless.
I've been to Chicago. You put ketchup on a dog, they're gonna walk you out.
Thank you. They think I be playing when I be out here defending, putting that nasty ass ketchup on that hot dog. It's not. We don't play games out here. If you're over the age of 17 and you put a ketchup on your hot dog, see your ass out my restaurant. Ain't nobody messing around with you.
Listen, I'll be carrying some ketchup packets in my pocket, so this way when I get there, I can fix it the way I need to fix it.
Hey,
like Melissa said, though, you want to find good food. It doesn't matter where you go. I've lived, I did a year in Korea, did 4 years in England, lived out in Las Vegas, lived in Texas, Denver, here in Minnesota, and it all comes down to one thing. You find the hole in the wall, and that's where you're going to get the best food.
It's true. You have to ask people who live there what they eat.
And it's not the chains. You don't want to go to the chains. You don't want to go to these big names. We've got a place here just around the corner from me called Waffle It. It's a waffle place. They do chicken and waffles, but everything's cooking on a waffle iron. Everything. Right. They make all their sauces themselves. We've got a wing place here. They hand make all their sauces. So some days you go in, you're like, I want the smoke and mustard. Sorry, we're out. When are you coming back? It's not. Look great.
Hey, Todd, I had a Nathan's hot dog when I went to Coney Island the last day when I was there, and I'm going to stick to the Chicago dogs. That's all.
So, Patrick, how's things going on Savage?
We're doing good. We're growing. We have actually moved over from Facebook over to Twitch. If we can get a couple more shows a month, we'll actually be able to monetize it. Need a couple. I think we're at like 47 followers. We need 50, and then you need 500 minutes a month and 7 broadcasts in a 30-day period. But we're growing. It's going good. My co-host is actually on the radio now on Friday mornings, and he's really enjoying that. So it's good for him.
Well, it's glad to see that you joined us. I'm hoping this is many of the times that we can probably get Savage and Pipebomb together.
I really think we can. I think it'll be a good time.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, though, I mean, I've been listening to Savage for a while.
I'm sorry.
And to honestly tell you, I mean, like, the attitude and the way that the shows are really put together are somewhat identical, although they're not in the same region.
Yes.
So it's like, if you don't get a punch from us, you get a punch from them.
Yes.
And that's a fucking diesel 1-2 combination.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not going to lie about that.
Yeah, no, the funniest one for us is you kind of got to look at our area. We've got a guy, he's called St. Cloud Superman. He's been standing on the corner, 95, 96, one of the corners out here, poses as Superman. So he was a fit guy. I mean, he was just built. Well, now he's about 350 to 400 pounds and wears a 4X t-shirt and stands out there carrying the Confederate flag, screaming, obscenities and curses and everything else and racial slurs. And it's just like, this is what we got. This is what we're famous for. Great. Then, recently here, I don't know if you guys listened, we had a couple fights in the school system around here. I mean, it's just like... Yeah. And I don't know if you guys saw it on the news, but Apollo High School here in town went national with their lunch that they served someone. It was a hot dog bun with cheese on it, a cup of marinara, and 4 carrots. Yes. That was it. That was the lunch served. And we were just sitting here going, okay, this school district needs to get the hell out of the news.
Right.
And then 2 days later, the other half of that school district had a 14-person fight. Wow. It's just, nothing wins. I mean, the town here, you're talking... I think we're like 54,000 people in our area, and it's just like, these are problems I saw in Denver. These are problems I saw when, Dallas, New York, Chicago kind of problems. You don't think of small town somewhere problems, but it's everywhere. I mean, around here, we've got a huge meth problem. We do. And, if you watch our podcast, I call things methed up all the time because it's just, how can you do this? How can you go through and just... it's rat poison. I'll inject that. Why the hell not? What are you going to do? It's just ridiculous.
Facts. Big facts.
So, Nick, you got any questions to ask Patrick?
I already asked my question on how many games the Yankees going to whoop that ass.
I think, honestly, if I had to guess, just because I know how it goes, it's probably going to be a sweep. Which is
yes, sir! Yes, sir, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear.
Hey,
Straight up sweet.
there's a reason. I'm not a baseball fan. I'm not. I'll follow it, but I'm not a fan. Like, I can go to a game and watch a game, but I can't sit and watch a game at home. It drives me insane. But, you know, when it comes to that stuff, you know, you pick your team that's going good. Ricky, I know you and I have gone rounds with the Cheatriots, but, you know, we won't go into that right now.
It's a quite all right thing. There's still brotherly love between us.
Yeah.
We got Chris Ripken in the chat, by the way.
Do we?
Yes, he popped in. He popped up on my phone. I'm hoping for the
What's going on, Ripka?
the chat to go up there.
Hey, I would like to say that I'm glad that we're doing this show right now, because if we weren't and I was forced to sit here and watch this Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati game, I swear to God, I would just go and run a mile, and I don't run.
Is it that bad?
God, it's only 10-3. Like, it just turned 10-3. This game is awful.
Is Cincinnati winning?
No, Pittsburgh is.
Hey, cock. Okay.
I think I picked them. I did. I don't remember who I picked this week.
And
Nick, I actually put picks in this week. You'd be proud of me.
You picked who?
Who did I pick?
She's got a list. I got to put them on the
I have a whole list.
spreadsheet.
I did not do well with the 1 o'clock games. At all. Not at all. 4 o'clock I did a little better.
And for what it's worth, from this day forward, I'm going after Mike Francesa's job on WFAN. The petition is about to start running rounds. My fellow podcaster, Mac from the Mac and Black podcast, is going to be my official lawyer, so we can get the what's the word I'm looking for? The salary straight, so we get the money straight. You give me at least 20% of what that old POS makes, and I can put you out a much better show in the 4 hours that idiot wastes every New Yorker's time. The petition is in circle. Once we get it out, I need everybody to sign that bitch, and then go ahead and I'm going to take over that old ass job so he can go ahead and retire and stay at home where he rightfully belongs, and let a man who's a genius at New York sports talk genius about New York sports. Wow. Because think about it. This is the same dumbass when Daniel Jones got drafted said he doesn't have a strong arm. Then he goes out there and gets lucky against Tampa Bay, and now he has a strong arm and he can't stay awake for half this show. Get his old ass out of there. Let me get in there. Bet you I get a better entertaining show than that old POS. Mike Francesa, I'm coming for that ass, homie. I'm coming for the job. I'm coming for the money. I'm coming for everything. Watch out.
Wow.
They're going to put Joe Buck in instead of him just to make
I swear.
Oh my God, please.
They better not. I will be on the New York 6 o'clock news just causing ruckus.
No way.
Wow.
Joe Buck.
All hell will break loose if that happens.
What I don't understand, it doesn't matter what team people are a fan of. I mean, being military, you run into everyone, right? I have yet to find anyone who liked Joe Buck.
Not one.
Anyone.
Not one single fucking person that I know of.
I'll be honest, every time Joe Buck does a broadcast that it's here on in New York, I somehow put the TV on mute and then just listen to it off the radio.
Right.
It's actually more entertaining.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Alex is even saying the same thing. Dude, this game flipping sucks. What idiot thought that putting Pittsburgh against Cincinnati would make sense on Monday flipping night, dude? Are you kidding? Dude, Dallas and New Orleans could have been tonight's game. You could have found a better game for last night than putting these two idiots on freaking television.
Well,
He's even right. It's boring. He said this game is worse than last year's Super Bowl, which was even more boring. And, oh, my God, dude, give me a flipping break. This game is
you do know that we can't...
I'm going to turn it back to rest.
Speaking of, Rusty's on now.
Yeah,
Look at this! We have all of the Bear Cave. You got 2/3 of Pipebomb.
Yep.
And now Patrick Rusty's in the chat. So now we have technically 2/3 of...
No, it's all of us now. You got both of us because our third mic is rotating now.
Really?
Yep.
See, I didn't get to see last week's.
Well, we always have a different third mic, but it's Joe had other commitments. So Joe's no longer with us as a regular mic. So it's Rusty and myself.
Wow.
Dude, Steven Waldman's hilarious because when the Bucks played the Panthers the other day, he's like, "Hey Nick, you know Joe Buck's calling the game?" I was like, "You're a liar." And sure enough, Joe Buck's dumbass was calling the game. Oh my God. And then like Troy Aikman is no better. God, is he an idiot too? Like,
If you've got that many hits in the head, you would be too.
Oh, it's funny because on the game Thursday night, when for some reason the Green Bay Packers decided that they could run one flipping yard to score a touchdown, Troy Aikman goes, "Well, you know, if I was struggling to run the ball, I'd pass it 4 times too." You're going to tell me you got $50 million in this offensive line and these 1,500 pounds worth of men can't block for one flipping yard? Dude, what are you talking about? Another guy that needs to lose his job. Why do we have all these old-ass people? I give you another one who sucks. Anyone that watched the Bucks-Rams game, Moose Johnson was calling wrong names the entire game. All these old-ass Dallas Cowboy guys who must have been suffering from concussions are getting old and senile, and they suck. God bless. Even Chris Myers, who calls Buccaneers preseason games, sucks balls. They need fresh blood. Let's get some fresh guys out there. Let's stop bringing these 65, 70-year-old men. Not everybody can be Pat Summerall, ladies and gentlemen. Not everyone can be Pat Summerall. They need some help. Fox needs some help. They really do.
All right, so we got some comments in here that I want to kind of pick on a little bit. Alex said he'd rather watch Hillary Clinton call a game versus Joe Buck. Rusty said, "I'm on the radio now too. Sorry, I had to brag." I haven't spoke to you, Patrick, or Rusty yet. Starting January, I'm going to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Within 8 weeks, I'll have my degree and possibly a new job.
Nice.
So, I'm Rusty. I'll be joining you on the radio too. It'll be a battle. It'll be a battle. Apparently, people are wanting to not have the Steelers get picked on. They're one of the worst teams in football. And I mean, it is a battle.
Okay, Ricky, we'll throw this out there. We won't pick on the Steelers anymore. It's like picking on the Special Olympics. Moving on.
Yeah. Well, Alex's favorite player there is Ben Raplesberger.
Who?
I think that's what he called him. He loves big. He loves.
Is he playing tonight?
No, he's out.
Okay, never mind.
He's out for this season, which is fucking hilarious. But
how many quarterbacks are out this season? I mean,
well,
oh God,
a few of them should be coming back. I know Nick Foles should be back by week 10, Nick?
But Nick Foles may not have his job back by the time he's back.
it's true.
All of a sudden, Gardner Minshew II has now become the second coming of Jesus, apparently. And if he keeps playing as well as he has, you can't give the job back to Nick Foles.
Yeah, but you know what, though? That porn stash has gone through the entire NFL, which is scary.
Even what's his name's rocking a porn stash. At least he has been for a long time now.
Oh, come on. You know how upset about the porn stash I was.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Rogers got rid of it.
I know. Yeah. I could not wait for Rogers to shave that thing off his face. You have no idea. I was actually going to threaten him and tell him I was going to go there and wax it off his face.
That porn stash is just not cool.
It was disgusting. Completely disgusting.
It is not cool at all. I know, Pat, what's your opinion on the porn stash?
I'm not a fan of the porn stash. I'm not.
I mean, I like facial hair. I like beards. I'm that kind of girl, but I'm definitely not into the porn stash. It's very strange for me.
See, I did a Comic-Con thing. That's the last time I was in Chicago. I was in Lombard. And I did a mustache that, comes down all the way, follows your jawline, goes up and around, the whole thing. I ended up looking like Lemmy. I can't do this anymore.
The ace of spades.
Right.
Ace of spades.
I got to shave it off.
Hey, did I really just see a Seahawks comment in there?
No.
Wait, tell me I just not to see a Seahawks comment in there.
Yeah, you did see a Seahawks comment.
Oh, God, where?
Anthony Bullock says Seahawks.
Oh, man.
That's all he
Ray
said.
Finkel-looking bastard is another comment for ALDAPE. Wow. I gotta tell you, this is different on a Monday night.
Ray Finkel, what would you know about pressure? Well, I have kissed a man. That is yes.
Wow. Nate Treat's in the house.
Is he?
Yeah, these comments on the screen are a little far behind. From the phone, they're coming up real good. But I gotta tell you though, broadcasting on a Monday night is totally different. It is totally different than a
No,
Thursday.
it really is. I'm not used to doing this on a Monday. I'm really not.
I might have to switch the schedule around just a little bit.
Oh, you gonna take it off Thursday nights to Mondays?
You know what though? I mean, when
No, you know what it is? We've always stuck with Thursdays because it worked with everybody's schedule. That's why we've been sticking with Thursdays.
Oh snap! Alex
We've done the occasional Saturday show when we couldn't make it on a Thursday, which is weird for us on a Saturday because the weekend is a totally different ball game than during the week.
yeah, but you know what? Now that the scheduling kind of changed for all of our airing for radio,
Yeah.
because we have Pipebomb Metallic now on Friday nights at
Yes.
9 o'clock. Then we have legitimately Pipebomb is locked into a 4-hour block now.
Yes.
Where 2 hours of it is Pipebomb at 3 o'clock, and then Arch Rivals is on at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Right after Pipebomb. So it's like there really is like a log jam to moving everything to a Saturday, because while we're airing live, the shows are airing on the radio.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to like juggle the whole thing.
Yes. Absolutely.
But I gotta tell you though, Monday night there's Monday Night Football. We still have a bunch of people watching, and they're watching us now on Blackjack, so it's even better for that.
Yeah.
It's a bigger audience, and I mean, it just feels different. I kind of like it in a way, you know, because then you don't like have everything bolted up against.
Well, it
each
kind of
other.
breaks it up a little bit.
Like 2 nights it would be like 2 nights of shows, a night out, a day off, then get another show together for Friday. You know, I mean, it feels a little different.
Hell right. Hey, Alex said add him in.
I have to reconfigure the screen to do this, but
Oh yes, sir.
I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna start calling you
sure
Rusty.
Oh yeah, no, dude. This show this is exactly what I was envisioning at work, because I didn't even know it was National Podcast Day until I was tagged into something by my buddy Mac, and then he was like, in honor of National Podcast Day, and I was like, well, son of a bitch, I guess I should probably do a Bear Cave. And then Melissa comes on my Facebook, she's like, well, we're thinking about doing a show too, and I'm like, well, why don't we just go ahead and just combine the shows then? So then I could not have left work any sooner than I did, because as soon as those two other captains came in, I was like, hey, adios, fought the traffic, got home, made some ribs, threw some interceptions because I got drafted by the Miami Dolphins on Madden, threw some interceptions, cussed a little bit, and then the next thing I knew, I was like, well, I should do my traditional shower and eating before the show, and here we are, and we just got Alex on here.
Thank God you showered, for the love of God.
Yeah, dude. I know, right? I don't want to be doing this show smelling like pizza dough and red sauce.
It's not like any of us would have smelt it anyway.
Facts. But
Oh, he's in the Midwest. You shut your mouth. He's only 2 states away from me. I could probably smell that shit.
True.
Absolutely.
with those low plains, you know, the smell would just whoop right on through Missouri to Kansas. You're like, damn it, didn't get a shower, bro. What the hell?
You can tell that the town I live in smells like cow shit like 50 miles away, dude. As soon as you start getting close to it, you can smell all the beef packing plants and shit. It's gross. How's everybody doing tonight?
we are doing
Man, just out here living the
fantastic.
dream. Looking forward to Victory Tuesday tomorrow on Arch Rivals.
Well, I'm glad you guys went on, because I was about to kill myself watching the football game.
I'm telling you, this game sucks my balls, dude. I'm literally watching wrestling right now. That game is so bad that I'm watching Raw.
I don't know. I just didn't think that, like, I didn't think that it could be. I didn't think the Steelers could ever be that bad. And I don't know. I was thinking it in my mind, and they heard it apparently because they're like, "Oh yeah, motherfucker, watch this. Hold my beer. Fuck this up, something." And they're still only winning by a touchdown. But god damn it!
Oh god,
fucking kill me over here.
I swear, yeah, no, dude, the game is bad. It's bad. So when we review the game tomorrow, Rick, we'll just spend like maybe 20 seconds on it.
Yeah.
I think we could just announce the score. That would.
There you go. We can announce the score.
Hey, Monday Night Football. They both sucked. Game over.
I swear that is exactly how
Ricky,
it's
just do what I do with Savage Thoughts when it comes to sports. When Joe was talking UFC, hey, there was a game on last night. Okay, moving on, and just let it go.
Seriously, man.
How's it going, Patrick? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, Alex. How you been?
I'm doing all right. I'm enjoying that you guys are on iTunes because it's every Friday morning. That's what I usually listen to when I start my route for work.
Again, I'm sorry.
I think it's hilarious, and that kind of like affects me like watching the show on Thursday because like now that's what I do every Friday morning. Like the first show I put on is Savage Thoughts. So like, well, I liked interacting, but now like I just want to listen to what happens. So it's kind of you can't find that happy.
Last week was a shit show. Oh my god. Rusty needs to work on his computer because his computer is not liking cameras. We'll put it that way. It just freaked out.
Hey, listen, that's only another fallout from what happens here because those weeks that the audio is great, the picture sucks, or we have these great graphics, but nobody can fucking hear anything. It's a fucking misnomer to all of it.
Yeah.
It happens. So, I mean, look at last week. We started off fucking arch rivals last week with no audio for the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh yeah, but then the mountain climb just got that much better once we got it hooked up though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What did we spend like fucking 3 hours Wednesday morning trying to fix this fucking shit?
Oh, I know. And I was in here uberly frustrated because I kept throwing picks with the Miami Dolphins in Madden. And at some point I was like, okay, I just got to put this controller down because I'm going to get extra pissed. But then here's the goofy thing. So I'm sitting kind of like on an edge where my head is in between the swords. And then I went to go use the washroom real quick. I come back. I get this picture on my my DM of me staring at the camera with the swords coming out of my head.
Because you sit perfectly placed in front of that flag, and the swords look like horns coming out of your head. So I was sitting in front of the monitor. I'm like, I gotta take a picture of it because there's no way anybody would believe me.
Yeah. No, it was funny. But I knew you were exhausted, not clean the hell out afterwards. And I was like, all right, Rick, we might as well go ahead and call this a night. Let's just try and get in early tomorrow.
Oh, no, that's exactly what, and what I did when I saw you guys were like talking and chatting, like, oh, we're going to go do a test run. And I'm like laying in bed. I was like, well, I could go help them. I was like, no, I'm going to put my phone on silent and I'm going to roll back over and go back to bed. Like, fuck these guys. And it wasn't even late. It was like 9:30 here. I'm just like, nah, I've already got my pants off and shit. I'm not going to get dressed again.
Are you,
you got your pants on now?
Yeah.
I was going to say, who the hell sees your pants anyway?
Well, when he gets up to go get a drink or
take a piss.
Or take a piss,
yeah.
You get to see the back.
I don't want everybody to be disappointed. I want them to think that I have a huge package. And then when I get up, they're just like, oh, man.
Tinkle.
Damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was good times. I'm not gonna lie. It was good
Still
time.
create the illusion of radio.
Just think of it this way: all three of us, or like all three shows, the Derek Relaford Show, Savage Thoughts, Pipebomb, even make that four, the Bear Cave, all great shows. Okay, we've all met in the podcasting world.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is amazing. That's how you make real good friends. Is when you get into something like this, and there's a lot of conversation. You get to know each other. Every once in a while, you pop on each other's show and you talk. And National Podcasting Day is kind of like it's like a union of all of us
Yes.
together as one huge family. It's crazy.
It is.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Patrick, I've known you for, what, a little over a year now?
Yeah.
I've known Alex for almost 2. I've known Nick almost a year.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, it's been crazy. I like how the circle works.
It is.
True. Facts.
It was kind of. It was kind of blew my mind when I was talking to Rusty, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's been 2 years." He's like, 3. Oh my God, I've been doing this for 3 years.
I know.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
We're at like the 2.5 at this point.
Yeah.
We've already hit that mark.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And the crazy thing is people still hit me up and ask me, okay, you've got 5 windows there. How the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like, man, you're gonna have to figure that out for yourself. I mean, everybody else has had to figure it out for themselves. Like, I'm down to give people hints and stuff and like help, but I'm not gonna see. I don't want people to like sit there. Okay, well, do this for me. No, man, no. I don't want to do that for you because I figured it took me a while to figure it out.
Alex, there's a really easy way to do that.
What's
Really?
that? Say no. Say no.
No, you want me to come in and be give you all this and set you all up? I'm a producer. Pay me.
Exactly. They're like, well, I thought you just help a fellow podcaster out. I'm like, dude, look, I've been a musician. I've been a musician for like 15 years in my fucking life. Like,
yeah, go
I've
get
never
OBS,
played for
play around with
exposure.
it, you'll figure it out. It's pretty user friendly.
Well, there's interesting news that I did find out.
What's that?
And apparently, late last week, over the weekend, Streamlabs got purchased by Logitech
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
for $89 million.
Yep.
The company got purchased for.
And so now we're going to have to pay for it.
So now, a lot of the stuff on Streamlabs has been run through Amazon Prime,
Yes.
which was kind of their way to get their free software paid for and all of the development paid for. So anybody who's watching, the regular OBS is free. There are still all things you can do with the regular OBS. Streamlabs, they are trying to do other stuff, but that's going to be a real big switchover in the next few weeks. Because then Logitech's going to be just trying to sell all of their stuff to match for Streamlabs, and they're pretty much going to try to capitalize on the entire thing.
But anyway, y'all, I got stuff I got to go get taken care of before I get to bed here. I just wanted to jump on with you for a bit.
All right, brother.
Thanks for coming on, Patrick. Appreciate it.
Hey, we'll do this again sometime.
Absolutely, we should.
Y'all have good. Go Twins. See ya.
Hell no.
It's like that last slap in the face.
Come to Chicago, kick me in the nuts, and go back after you do something like that.
And how much you want to bet he's going to eat a hot dog with ketchup on it, too, just because of that?
God, I explain, dude. Look. Here's Saturday. So Saturday, dude, I was balls tired before I had to do like the Mac and Black podcast, and I got there real early. So I'm like, screw this. I'm gonna just stay in my car and sleep for a little bit, get a little power nap in. All of a sudden, my phone dings. I'm like, damn it, who is this? And it's Melissa talking about share a photo. I was like, all right, this better be funny. Dude, it's a picture with a ketchup just drowned all in it. I was like, this is bull. She's like, I wanted to send you this picture knowing good goddamn well I was going to be mad as hell. It's going to show me a hot dog drowned in ketchup. I was like, man, why would you send me this?
That was just a little love from me to you.
Oh, my God. Yeah, look. Man.
Those are the best ones to piss people off, though. It's just like, I'm sending you this, like, just so I know it's going to piss you off.
Good goddamn, it's about to irk my soul. Every inch of my.
You know why I send it? Because I already know what his facial reaction is going to be when he opens that picture up. Like, I already know, like, the eyes are rolling, the face is making, like, this sideways shit thing going on. You know,
having a small heart attack at the same time, trying to
And
keep his
meanwhile, he's
composure.
going,
It's like,
damn it, girl. Why would you send me something like this? And then it takes him like a minute to compose himself to send me back a message afterwards. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, I'm looking at the comments here, and I've been seeing this all day today, and I'm sorry, as a person who was born in October, I still don't get Happy October Eve.
Yeah.
So, like, is it like Christmas Eve? Like, Jack Skellington's gonna come down my fucking chimney and shove a pumpkin up my ass? Like, why are we celebrating October?
You know how
It's like the official sign of, like, shitty weather is coming. Like, I don't see why we have to be fucking excited about it. Like, oh, Halloween! Like, really? Come on. If you're really excited about Halloween and, like, dressing up in a costume, like, seriously, it's only for kids and whores. Like, really. And I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with this whatsoever because I really like, you know, Slutty Bert and Ernie. It's awesome. It's fan-fucking-tastic.
But listen to me. We've talked about this on the show because I told you when I have my daughter going out at 15, going to look for a freaking costume to wear, and there's a freaking cat costume that goes up her ass, I'm not exactly happy about the horror season that goes on Halloween.
You know, and I mean, if they're of age, I mean, I don't know. And even now, I don't like it. I don't like it now because I'm like
an age-appropriate Halloween costume after, like, for that middle-age stuff?
No, there's not.
It goes from, like, kids that are, like, pea pods to, like, slutty cop. Like, there's there's, like, nothing in the middle.
There's nothing in the middle, and I don't like that. So that's why, like, now, like, I'm 35, and, you know, the girls that, like, you see, like the 40-year-old girls that wear, like, the slutty cop outfit, and, you know, gravity has been horrendous to them, but they still think they got it, and they go out to the, like, oh, look, I'm gonna go to the Halloween costume contest, and then, like, listen, bitch. Like, fucking, I don't know, like, Isaac, you need to talk to Isaac Newton, because, god damn, this is not, you are not, like, you aren't fucking Hooters, you're Droopers now, and I don't understand, like, we need to calm this shit down. Bitch, you got grandkids, calm the fuck down.
Dude, hey, I'm glad you brought up that story. I got a story, something similar, but it's for, like, New Year's Eve. So, when I was a security guard with my dad, he was like, hey, I need you to go to the Hilton downtown and do like a security gig from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and you'll get paid $25 an hour. I was like, okay, I can't say no to that. So long story short, there was this all right, so downstairs where I was at was all the young kids playing the young music. But upstairs was the V103 crew. And now here in Chicago, that's like the oldie station, right? So this old lady, she's downstairs. She's like, none of these young kids want to dance with me. They gonna dance with all the other young white girls, but they wouldn't dance with me. Like, lady, you're 50 years old. No 21-year-old kid wants to grind on a 50-year-old lady.
Yeah, because they see you at church every Sunday, and you sit right next to their grandma.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. Are we really having this conversation? Are you and I going to waste each other's time on why I'm explaining why a 21-year-old kid would not? And I was 19 at the time, and I'm like, dude, you sure that you don't want me to explain to you why a 21-year-old kid who sees a lot of other 21-year-old white women wouldn't want to dance with a 50-year-old kid or woman? Come on, man.
I'm just saying, yeah, but they're like, I've heard that same thing, you know, like with the fucking bag ladies that still think that a sexy maid outfit's good. And I'm not, you know what, lady, if you got it, flaunt it. I mean, if you got it, but a lot of you don't. No, I'm not body shaming. I'm just saying let's be consistent, like, think about everybody else too. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, if you feel comfortable in your own skin, fucking go ahead. But don't expect everybody like this 50-year-old lady over here that wants to grind on 21-year-olds. Yeah. If they're not into it, they're not fucking into it, and you can't blame them.
Right.
I mean, come on now. If you've got fucking grandchildren, it's time to put the sexy maid outfit up. I'm sorry, it is. You can feel happy about yourself. But, I mean, I agree with Melissa at the same time. Like, there is no happy medium between the two. There's not. Because it's either, like, toddler, oh, look at that's adorable, or fucking be my cherry pie. That's the only way.
It's
that's
true.
the only Halloween costumes you have. And then unless you're a dude, and then you get like, I don't know. One year I was a priest. That was kind of weird. But then my buddy went to the same costume. He had a way better costume, where it's like a priest costume with a little child like sewn onto the front of him, and I was like, that's offensive as fuck, but it's hilarious. So good for you, sir. But see, like, seriously, there's not like, and I mean, when I was in college, of course I loved the scantily clad women on Halloween. But I'm 35 now, and those girls are children to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like,
And you can't tell the difference between a 16-year-old and an age-appropriate girl when they're all dressed like that.
No.
Yeah.
That's the scary part of the whole thing.
ID.
That's the scary part of the whole thing.
Yep. No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, you had to carry a black light with you when you go to the bar, and like make sure you scan and get the hologram in their ID, make sure it's not a fake. I'm like, okay, you're tall enough to ride. Come on.
For real.
Oh, shit.
But see, that's why I don't get into how. I mean, I like, if I just gonna say this, you're a fucking adult now. If you want to watch a horror movie, watch a fucking horror movie. We don't need a season for it. You can watch them all. It's Netflix. They're always there.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. You're definitely right. You know what I think I'm not gonna do this year, which is totally against my nature, but think about getting one of those Christmas sweaters. Not really a Christmas sweater kind of guy, but I realized that white girls love throwing Christmas sweater parties, and I'm always invited.
You mean an ugly Christmas sweater?
Exactly. Yeah.
Me and Ricky were invited to an ugly Christmas sweater party one year, and we had to make our own sweaters at the party. Like, we had to go there with a blank sweater, and she had a table full of stuff to decorate it with.
Nope.
So,
y'all
did
better
that.
than me.
Mine was original, okay? Because I put a little pouch with candy in it on the breast part of the shirt.
Right.
And at the bottom, I had an upside down candy cane with the letters that said "suck it."
And I had a red sweater, and I had a glove on each boob attached, and then on the bottom it said "feel the joy."
See, now y'all, now it's what I'm saying. You guys are turning fucking Christmas into slutty Halloween costume. You're taking the birth of our Lord and Savior and putting titties in it. And I don't know. Mary was a virgin.
Yeah.
And she never felt the touch of a celestial man, and I think there's some child molestation because she was only 13 years old, but I don't know what happened there. It's really gross. But so still, the birth of sweet 9-pound, 8-ounce baby Jesus. They're like, squeeze my tits.
I gotta see if I can find the picture. If I can find the picture, I'm gonna make Ricky put it up.
But no, and then that's not even bad though. Did you see the one where the girls are like they had? And I'm a big fan of this costume. I'm just saying, I'm not against it, and I think many women should go and do this. But where they have the one tit cut out, and then they dress it up like Rudolph or something. They got like the Christmas sweater, and then like one boob's exposed, and it's painted like Rudolph. And I think that's awesome.
So wait, so that was better than me putting a pair of gloves on my tits on the sweater?
I'm just saying there's more of a story there. And also, and see, but I've also wondered, because when they paint up their boob to look like Rudolph and they paint their boob brown, is that blackface? I'm not sure, and I don't know if I should be. I think it's funny, or if I should be offended, but I don't know, because they paint it all brown and stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's.
But it's got to match Rudolph.
Yeah, but you can't paint your face up as Rudolph.
Rudolph
to be
wasn't
Rudolph.
white.
Well, yeah, but you still points into the blackface. You can't do it.
Rudolph wasn't white. You have to go with it. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it the right way.
Man, in this day and age, what are you telling me? You want me to go dress up like Rudolph to the next Christmas party, and then I'll be all over Facebook like, look at this racist asshole. Like, dear brown. They're not even a fucking race. What the fuck's going on here? And they're like, Alex ALDAPE, racist asshole, dressed up in blackface for Christmas.
Can you see us on the screen?
Oh, I can see it.
Hey, wait, is it on there yet?
Yeah, I see it.
I thought it was pretty appropriate. It wasn't
Ricky,
so terrible.
you should have got a big. I mean, maybe you should have got a bigger candy cane. I don't know.
How old were y'all in this picture?
This is last year.
4 years ago? 3 years ago?
I was going to say, there's no way this was last year. Y'all look young in the game. Why? Y'all young.
Wait, I can
Ricky
actually,
still had
wait a minute.
color in
I
his
can
beard.
tell you how long ago it was because I just pulled it. This was in 2016, so 3 years.
3 years ago. Ooh, y'all look like youngins in this picture. Go on here.
This was when I was actually still working.
That was the best sweater ever. Just saying.
So what do you got? You have stockings hanging from your nipple rings, Rick?
And they had candy in them.
He had what?
They had candy in them. So when he was walking around, people were taking candy out of the stockings that were attached to his nipples.
I don't
Man, hey, what the fuck kind of S&M Christmas party you guys fucking go to? Yeah, feel the joy and suck it. And that candy cane looks like it's gotten smaller over the evening. And there's no candy in those nipples. So I'm just saying, like,
I'd have been tripping. I'd be like, hold on, I came to enjoy this Christmas party. Like, I ain't come out here to be on some Martha Stewart nonsense, making sweaters and shit. What is this kind of nonsense?
That's not the fun of it, though.
It was fun.
You just got to make it as tacky as possible.
I went to Old Navy. I bought $5 red sweaters, and we freaking went to the party. You know, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I know I'm gonna need a ugly Christmas sweater because.
Do you want me to make you one?
Nah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just cop one.
I know Alex has one.
I got one. I just went and bought one. It's a Raiders Christmas sweater, and then it's got a little switch.
Okay,
hold on.
It's got a little switch, and it lights up.
Yeah, this is what I'll say. If you can make me like a Rangers or a Bucks ugly Christmas sweater, Melissa, I'll be more than happy to do it. If you can't, I'll just
have them. Go to Amazon and find NFL ugly Christmas sweater, and they are hideous.
Nah, but see, you gotta understand, I'm a big homie. So at the end of the day,
I am too.
No, wait a minute. Okay, what size sweater do you wear?
I wear 2X.
Yeah, no, I'm much bigger than you are. So
they make bigger shirts.
What I'm saying is, I would rather put my money in Melissa's pocket than put it in Jeff Bezos' pocket like he freaking needs it.
I would not make you pay me for it. I would just creatively create you the bestest Christmas sweater ever. But you have to wear it. Like, you can't get it and change it once I send it to you. Like, you have to wear it as is because it would be an original Melissa creation. Look at his face.
Now, look at Chris Risk is being all dirty and stuff. He's like, should put mistletoe over the camel toe. I'm like, come on, man. This is the birth of our savior. Y'all are making it cheap. I'm an atheist and I'm offended. Like, I don't believe in this shit. And I said, like, come on, man. That's like Jesus and stuff. Like, come on. He's rolling over in his tomb.
I'm on the fence if I should accept this offer.
Do you trust me?
I do.
I would have said no.
Hold on. Mr. Ripka.
Because I've signed on to wear this thing.
You need to change clothes and come and sit down with us for a few minutes for National Podcast Day.
Yeah. Come on, do it. Peer pressure.
He was talking to his wife in dirty clothes.
All right, Melissa, let's do it. You can make.
He was. That last thing he said there was supposed to be a text message.
Too late.
Whoops. Oh well. So I went to the store last night, and I am very addicted to ranch sunflower seeds.
See, my wife's been addicted to the God, I just read the fucking comment, and I was gonna say camel toe seeds. Yes, you were. Yes.
Camel toe seeds.
No, she's really addicted to like the dill pickle ones.
I like the sweet and salty ones. Those are my favorite.
And you know what, though? Like, throughout entire baseball season, I didn't really have a craving for sunflower seeds. Now, all of a sudden, I have a craving for them.
Well, I didn't have a craving for sunflower seeds because I didn't go to a game.
We only went to one.
You only went to one.
Well, yes, that's right. I only went to one. Usually, that's rare for me. I only went to one game.
Went to opening day, then I went to the game with Nick, and then the game with the free tickets.
Yes.
Which was awesome.
I really wish I'd have gone to the one on Saturday in Kansas City, but...
Chris says he'll wear his Dumbo pants.
You could wear whatever you want, sweetie.
You're more than welcome to jump in on National Podcast Day.
That's right.
I don't even know if Lynn is still live. I'd have Lynn come on for a few minutes. Because Lynn has been a very big part of where we've gotten to today.
Of course.
Who's this?
Lynn Brunet from Mile High Radio.
Oh. Hey.
Because, you know, not for anything, like, December, her and Chris found us.
Yes.
And they got us on Mile High Radio, which then was just a 2-hour spot every weekend. And now we have legitimately 5 hours worth of content on Mile High.
Absolutely.
And she's also helped to push us to iHeartRadio and Spotify and everything else. So she's been a very, very big contributor to the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And Alex, I don't know if you heard it before, we now have Pipebomb at 3 o'clock and Arch Rivals at 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
Hey, I'm telling you what, they're gonna like Arch Rivals tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're gonna have to hear Todd.
Well, you guys, you see us. We beat the Wyatts. And man, it was a really close game. I didn't think we were gonna do it, but man, we really pulled it out in the end.
That's exactly how he's gonna fucking say it, like he's some fucking accomplishment. Like, bro, it's the fucking Lions. The first game of the season, they tied Arizona.
Who hasn't won a game since?
Who hasn't won a game since? So,
Todd, I'm
just gonna tell you, Patrick Mahomes is
but
the
we
best.
haven't been talking football the whole time.
But Todd, also I'm representing Pipebomb and Pipebomb Metallic, which kind of gets left out of all of this.
And for what it's worth, I'm representing the Bear Cave and the Mac and Black podcast, bro. So trust me.
So we're representing very different.
I'm representing myself.
Yeah. Hey, and Todd, just make sure you bring your A game tomorrow, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I have a feeling we're gonna butt heads because you're gonna hate on how great Jameis is, and it's gonna royally piss me off. So just bring your A game tomorrow because I'm already gonna be set up for your BS all through the show tomorrow.
All right, so I'm letting you know now. When you guys get into the Tampa conversation with Jameis, I'm gonna do this. And not listen to anything because...
No. You will not do that because you're the same SOB that had the audacity to talk about he's the turd burglar. He's
the turd burglar.
He's a turd burglar. Now sit your ass right there and listen to it too because you can take some notes as well. Get your goof ass up out of here. You're not on that. You are not listening.
Hey, calm your blood pressure, Nick. Save it for tomorrow.
Been hating on my boy too, and you gonna sit there and listen to it too. Man, get out of here. Goofy ass.
Once it gets loud, I'll be able to hear it from down the block.
What do you expect? This is some brand new.
But now Todd's like, well, Oakland won, so no, I'm talking. Yeah, Alex is talking. I've been talking shit the whole goddamn time. I've never stopped talking shit. I'm an Oakland Raiders fan. Jesus Christ, we've not stopped talking shit since 1969.
And the funny thing is, I've been quiet the entire time.
Hey, funny thing is, one of our teams did lose.
You know.
There we go.
Why do you gotta say something? Why do you gotta start shit?
Open your mouth. Because you ain't said nothing in 5 minutes, so I need you to open your mouth.
Why do you gotta start shit?
Actually, two of her teams lost. The Vikings and the Packers.
Wait a minute, you like Minnesota too?
No,
because she likes their purple uniforms.
I was gonna say.
I told you, I like different teams for different reasons, but I choose them for different reasons. I happen to be a Green Bay and a Pats fan. It is what it is. I have two teams. I get shit for it all the time. So 50% of my teams won this week. That's it. Case closed.
I'm just saying, if Aaron Rodgers hadn't shaved that porn stash, you probably would have been winning.
Oh my God! I'm telling you, if he didn't shave that thing off, I was going there and I was going to wax it off his face.
He looked great in it. He looked like a 1970s
your nonsense
quarterback
right now.
He looked like a 1970s quarterback.
Jameis had more than one good game. Stop it, dude. That's how I know you're not watching the NFL. You're going to tell me Jameis only had one good game. One good game, my ass. Why don't you try looking for the last 2 weeks?
Who, me?
No, Todd. He knows exactly who I'm talking to. Just bring your A game tomorrow, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, the two guys who root for 4-0 teams are the ones who should shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Because hey, no offense. Neither team that went 4-0 yesterday looked great. So
no, and honestly, the Bills looked way better. But we'll talk about it more tomorrow.
Yeah, we will.
At the same time, the Patriots are still the reigning football Super Bowl champions.
Yep. Can't deny that.
They I'm sorry, Todd, but they take a little precedence over your team that has won one playoff game.
I've not said a word the entire time.
2 decades.
Hey, dude. I know Todd right now is upstairs fuming at the bit.
Just slamming Diet Pepsi, just like fucking.
Stop!
Oh, he up there mad as hell. I can just tell by these comments.
Fucking getting aspartame cancer upstairs and shit. He's like, man, that motherfucker, I'm gonna fix him tomorrow.
He's gonna come in here lit up, bro.
Fucking fuming.
Well, I know he's up there mad as hell.
He just said it in the
fucking
comments.
Diet Pepsi foam coming out of his fucking mouth and shit, just like. Yeah.
Oh snap!
And the only reason you shouldn't have given me any firepower until I saw you Thursday chugging a bottle of Diet Pepsi. Like, in what world is that ever necessary?
Hey man,
like, no, and it's not a bottle; it's a 2-liter. Come on, you live in New York. Didn't they cut down on supersize and shit?
I thought so too. Didn't they ban 32-ounce drinks or something crazy like that? I don't know. Who knows, dude? I was walking around.
Did you ever see those giant cups they sell in 7-Eleven?
Fucking Slurpee cups? Fuck yeah.
It's these big, giant, insulated fucking things that you could, like, empty the soda machine into.
Hell yeah.
That holds, like, 6 2-liter bottles. It weighs, like, 12 pounds. You gotta, like, have somebody follow you around, like, to carry it behind you.
You need a wheelbarrow to fucking lug it out of the goddamn store. Hell yeah, I've seen those, and I used to fill those things up with Slurpees. You know,
like, for an extra fee, they sell you a little man just to carry it around next to you.
Yeah. That's the bagel guy.
Yes!
So here that asshole's looking for work because he just opted out. They're suing the shit out of him because he backed out of that celebrity fight.
No. Lenny Dykstra backed out of the fight.
Well, no, but so they put Dustin Diamond in.
Oh, did they?
Screech
Wait,
was going to fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been out of jail for like 2 years.
I thought he was still in.
No, he's been out of jail for 2 years. So Screech was going to fight him. And the bagel guy, I mean, I understand. This dude, like, he's a wee little man.
But he's a loon.
And Screech is like 6'5", and motherfucker's been in prison, jerking off and lifting weights and shit. And so he's gonna get fucking annihilated. So yeah, I would back out of that. I wouldn't fight Screech. Plus, the dude tried to stab somebody, so who knows if he's got a shank in his shorts or something. He just fucking thought the bagel guy tried to take one of his soups and then stab him in the neck. You never know what's going to fucking happen. So I would back out of it, too. But now the company that was putting the fight on is suing the shit out of them. Bagel guy lives in a van.
I know he does.
He lives in a fucking van, and they're going to sue the shit out of him. So what are they going to take? His fucking Chrysler Town and Country?
Yeah,
Like, and I don't understand what they're gonna fucking do to him, but man. But that's why on 7-Eleven day when people get those big ass fucking orders of Slurpees, he's just gonna be sitting there, guys, I'll help you carry it. Just set it on my head, man.
I'm telling you. No joke. That's what you gotta do. You gotta get a little man.
I really wanted to pound on him. I still want to pound on him.
Dude, Ricky. Find his fucking agent, and you fight him.
Would you be my agent? You'll be my cornerman?
Oh, I'll be your corner man on that one. I mean, you're gonna fucking annihilate the guy, but
hey, let me be your hype man, though.
Hey, listen.
Just put it out on the interweb. Ricky Litwinkowicz versus the bagel guy. In Atlantic City, the war on the shore.
I got like the perfect promotion team right here. Fucking great.
Dude, I'll be your hype man, bro. In a heartbeat.
Shit, I would do that fight for like $3,000.
Wait a minute, can I be the water girl?
Yeah.
The girl that squirts the water in your mouth? Because you see, like, I keep telling Ricky I want to apply to be the Gatorade girl at the football game. Because I want to be the girl on the field that squirts the Gatorade into all the football players' mouths. But there doesn't seem to be a place that you could apply for that.
Yes, there is, but you have to, like... So I looked into this.
Did you really?
I actually looked into NFL jobs. Because, you know, I was at one point in time, I was planning on moving to Phoenix, and so I was looking at, like, just different jobs of, like, working for the Arizona Cardinals opened up. I'm like, I don't want to work at the fucking hot dog stand there.
Yeah.
Or clean up people's beer puke. I wanted to be like the guy on the field, like squirting water and the water boy, or the ball boy. Fuck, I'll be the ball boy. I don't give a shit. And so, to be the water boy or the Gatorade person, you have to have a fucking bachelor's in fucking medical science or athletic or sports medicine.
Why?
I don't
what
fucking know.
Do? Squirt it too far down their throat?
I don't know.
Girls
Maybe you got to get the arc right so you don't waterlog them.
Girls have survived that kind of behavior for years, and men haven't had to have any kind of license to do it to them.
And see, like when I was in high school, we just had girl managers for the football teams that would bring us water and stuff, and they just like to stare at dudes' butts, like in football pants. So that was what their main source for.
I mean, I'm not going to say that's my reason behind it, but I think
you're not going to say that it's not.
I mean, I just think I would be good at the job. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they did fuck up during the game last night because every time there was a timeout, they would have a play, a timeout, they come out with water, another play, another timeout. They can't not be that thirsty after doing one play.
I don't know. You don't play like they play, so you don't know.
See, I don't know, man. I played like 2-hour-long sets and stuff on stage, and those lights get pretty warm, man. And I know that there's like 18 beers sitting in front of me.
And
most of that's because I'm a drunk.
One spot. Could you
I'm like moving around. My fat ass is moving around the stage trying to entertain people. So, I mean, if I get that thirsty, plus I'm a drunk, so there's that. But also, it gets really warm, and so I can imagine all those lights, and you got all those pads on, and you're like actually running and doing physical labor. You'd probably get pretty thirsty.
I just know that I could be good at the job. That's all I know.
And half the time they don't want to overhydrate themselves or waterlog themselves, so you just squirt the water in their mouth, and then they spit it right out. So,
I don't even want to know what the score of that game is right now.
It's a 24-3 Pittsburgh.
They finally pulled it out. They finally made it like I mean, it's not really interesting, but
No, they kind of separated themselves from Cincinnati.
See, listen, I would rather be doing a show than watching Monday Night Football at some points.
I'd rather be going to the dentist than watching that game. Like, I was sitting there watching, like, well, I got Arch Rivals tomorrow, I better watch this game, and I was like sitting there like, And then the two other guys that I'm on Arch Rivals with are doing a fucking podcast. I was like, you fucking pricks. We're supposed to watch this goddamn game, and you guys are on here gallivanting around on the fucking internet, and I'm sitting here stuck watching.
Hey, let me tell you what.
More facts.
When I tell you this was last minute it's gonna be, because these plans did not really kick off till literally 3:00 today.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hey, assholes, we are in a Facebook Messenger group when these plans were going along. You can be like, hey guys, it's National Podcast Day. You guys want to go on the air?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, you know what it was? Because me and Ricky talked about it yesterday, and we were like, should we do something? Should we not do something? I don't know. Let's see what happens tomorrow. And then Nick put up his thing, and I was like, shit, we were thinking about doing something. And he was like, we should do it together. And then I messaged Ricky, and I was like, we should do this. And
fuck Alex to watch that boring-ass game and tell us all about it tomorrow.
Take the L for the squad.
Somebody's got to be the chosen one.
Todd, guess what? I hope you're watching that fucking game right now.
You know what? I'll watch the 5-minute fucking replay on YouTube.
Yeah, right. No, so here's the one decent play that the Bengals had. Oh, and here's the other ones that all the other good ones that the Steelers had. Good deal. Game over.
That's exactly the way to do it. Well, like Patrick said before, there was a game on. Okay, so next topic.
Next topic.
Seriously.
I think that's the way it's going to end up happening.
So, I mean, I do have a few topics that we can talk about. And I was just had them on Facebook. I was just looking at them today, and I've just gone and fucking forgot about all of them. Oh, fucking Detroit. Detroit Rock City. Have you guys heard about this shit?
No.
All right. So, on I-75 in fucking Detroit, there was this gigantic LED, fucking billboard. Two motherfuckers hacked into that and started playing fucking porn on it.
What?
Yeah, like fucking hardcore porn. There's fucking like balls slapping against ass over the fucking interstate, dude. Wow. The most beautiful, and not all heroes wear capes, my friends. I'm just saying, because that is. They arrested him already, but like they had him on camera and everything, and the cops were just trying to but the cops couldn't get the thing turned off. They didn't know how to.
Did it cause like a big traffic jam and shit?
Oh, people were stopping. People were calling the cops. They said, "Fucking the Detroit Metro was being bombarded by fucking old ladies, just like they're having the sex on the interstate right now." Just think of that. A 50-foot tall asshole just over the fucking interstate, just fucking.
And then there would be me and Ricky on the side of the road, live from the Detroit billboard.
Oh god, it was like I saw this and like I had to check it, like I tried to check it everywhere just to make sure like this can't be fake. Please don't let this be fake.
Like Snopes
and it is yeah, I checked Snopes, I checked everything, and it is fucking true because my local Kansas news station was like, yeah, porn was played over for I-75 in Detroit today, up the Auburn Hills and University Drive exits.
Great.
That would have been some great fucking commentary. You get a live audience going. Live on I-95, we've got porn. Let's see. Well, he really should be doing that at a 37-degree angle as he's bending her over.
Oh, dude. I mean, I just want to be in the room listening to those 911 calls.
I wonder if they have any of them.
But kids they had a bunch. Like, they just had a bunch of people calling in. Like, they said they were, like, flowing with fucking 911 calls from, like moms and old ladies. And just, like, they're like, not a lot of men called in on this because they didn't care. They're like, fucking porno on the interstate. That, like, But seriously, do you think you got porno on the fucking interstate? That's a huge distraction. Because I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. If there's fucking porn playing, I'm not paying attention to where I'm going.
Imagine the excitement though if you get a guy who's in the lube sales, and this is happening. He's walking around selling fucking lube to people on the fucking highway so he can wax the carrot.
That's a good point. There were a lot of guys on I-75 driving stick that were driving automatics as well.
Oh my god, I'm over here in tears listening to this stuff.
Oh my god. Rubbing one out on the way to work. Nah. Whoa, look at that.
That's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah. And I really think they should I really think there should be like a funny, like a comedy crime like loophole, like, okay, you guys did some breaking and entering. That shit was pretty fucking funny. Boy, were our faces red. We'll let you give the pass on this. You got to do like 100 hours of community service. Don't do it again.
Hey, we'll ask for leniency. Trust me. We'll just give you.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, who thinks about that shit though? Like, that is like. And let's not just talk about how Michigan just legalized recreational marijuana. So 2 fucking stoners are just sitting there like, man, you know what? Like, what if we broke into that billboard and put porno on it, dude? Can you do that? Yeah! Oh, should totally do that. Oh, imagine their excitement. Dude, those guys are fucking hero of the week, in my opinion. I mean, like I said, not all heroes wear capes. That is fucking amazing.
How do we know they weren't wearing capes, though?
No, but they weren't wearing capes. They were wearing, like, hazmat suits. They got pictures of them. They're wearing these, like, they have, like, fucking, like, dust masks and, like white hood Tyvek suits on with hoods and shit so that no one could tell who they are. But apparently they figured out who it was, like, instantly. God, that was like, I almost got in an accident when I read that. I was like, I didn't even see the porn. Like, I was driving and, like, I just got a big pop-up on my news feed and, like, somebody's just playing porn over I-75 right now in Detroit. I'm like,
why can't they have that shit here?
Because I live in Kansas and there's no billboards. It's just fields. They just tie a garage sale sign to the side of a tree and hope you can find the place.
Yard sale, ladies and gentlemen, this way. Oh my god, dude.
In other news, Tekashi 6ix9ine has come out and said that rappers are hating on him, or that are hating on him for snitching, are jealous.
Bro, hey, and this the same idiot who came out and said, I don't want the witness protection. Bro, the minute he gets out of jail, I'm giving him 3 weeks before his obituary is put in the news.
I think so. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like, you didn't call out Jim Jones for being a 9 Trey Blood. Now you claim that Cardi B is a 9 Trey Blood, and now you're just pretty much snitching on the entire set. And when the cops say, "Oh, we'll give you witness protection," you think you're really that strong balled that you don't need witness protection? Dude, you be mowed down in 3 weeks.
Listen, it's not like nobody knows what he looks like. He can't fade into, like, the background of people. Do you understand what I mean?
Right.
Like, he
doesn't fit well. He's got rainbow-colored hair.
Yes, he
tattoos all over his goddamn face.
Tattoos all over his face and shit. Like, he can't blend. Like, he's not a blendable person.
No.
So it's not like he can get out of wherever he is and just be like, shit, no one's gonna touch me.
Or maybe Tekashi just moves to Kansas, because I'm pretty sure there's no 9 Trey Bloods out there.
I'd Kansas City or Wichita. You never know, man.
That's a good point.
Listen, but if
Wichita's pretty hood.
They'll just freaking put a sign up on a tree and be like, follow these signs and you'll find him.
You're probably right. A guy with a huge 6'9" on his face. You're not gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, is that who I think it is right there?" You are making. Oh, it's 6'9".
Like, I would probably shoot him just for the fact that, like, if I saw him like Dodge City, like, man, I bet I could get like at least $200,000 for this.
Why not?
Just one shot, and no one will be able to trace it back to me. Fuck yeah! I'm like, fuck you, dude. Bam. Hey, Mr. Nine Trey Bloods.
Just send just take a picture of it, and then just set up the meeting and be like, "Here's proof that he's dead," and just go ahead and turn on the 6 o'clock news. Yeah, no shit, dude. Yeah, dude. I don't know. And
I guess you would have to admit your guilt. Like, hey, I'm the one that did that. Where's my money? Because I don't know any of them. I don't know how to get a hold of the people that want him dead, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, dude. Yeah, every word that Tekashi opens his mouth about is pretty much a death sentence. But of course, all the other rappers are going to hate on him because there's this no snitch policy in the rap game. But I mean, in fairness to Tekashi, I mean, even though he did kind of mess up, I mean, if you either going to serve the rest of your life in jail off of RICO charges, or you're going to snitch and go see your daughter. I think even the most hardcore rappers is not spending life in jail, in butt raping jail, to not see their kids. No offense. So I'm kind of with Tekashi in the sense of I'm pretty sure other rappers would have snitched if you're given if you're getting thrown in the face of a life sentence. That's hands down. That's just like dude, the rappers nowadays are so like they're kind of funny to me. Like I don't know if you remember the story back when Nipsey Hussle died, and then what's his name caught hell. Kodak Black, because Kodak Black was with a bunch of his friends and made some offhand comment when he said that he would give Lauren London, who was Nipsey Hussle's wife, like a year to grieve and big shoulder to cry on, and he would holler at her. And then all the rappers was like, "Oh, I don't know who treat these new guys nowadays. You can kiss my ass," because if you honestly think that you haven't sat around and fantasized about banging another woman's man or another man's woman, you are a goddamn lie. And to sit there and all of a sudden, basically it was locker room talk and some idiot recorded it and put it on Instagram where like 12 billion people on Instagram, so somebody was going to say it. What he said wasn't technically out of pocket. It's just everyone was so upset because it was fresh because Nipsey Hussle died. Yeah. But it's the same idiots that make songs about banging this chick, banging that chick. I got a wife at home, but I'll bang these other two chicks, and I want to bang this wife, that other wife. But now all of a sudden Nipsey Hussle's wife is out of bounds. Kiss my ass. That's nonsense.
I get where you're coming from on that. I mean, even like shit. I mean, even like during the like you look back at like the Tupac Biggie Smalls beef, like you know, like Tupac went out and said that "fuck your bitch," like started a song with that. I mean, about talking about Faith Evans and shit. So like, I mean, it's the music world. Musicians are gonna say some weird ass shit, but I don't know, man. The whole I could see fucking snitching, like I don't know, I can't because I was always raised you don't do that. But at the same time, the guy wants to be around his kids and whatnot. But man, you're not going to be around them for very fucking long. You should have taken the witness protection and take your daughter into witness protection.
That's what I mean. Take them and go. Because in all fairness, if they're not going to go after you, they're going to go after your family.
Yep.
To get to you. So if you don't take some kind of deal and take them with you, then I think you're a jerk off.
Yeah, you're talking about fucking gangs, man. They're just they're just as organized as the mob.
Yeah.
True.
Just because they come from from the inner city, that doesn't mean they're any less sophisticated than the mob is.
That's true.
And so they got long arms. And so I just think man.
I 100% agree with you, man. I don't know.
But you got to if you can't take your whole family with you, then you need to take that time. That's the thing. I don't understand how he didn't take the time. Or I mean, I can understand not taking the time because no one wants to go to prison for the rest of their life. But at the same time, you're not taking any witness protection, not even for your family.
Right.
what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? And you should be in jail right now. You should have taken the time to keep your fucking fit, because they're gonna try to do anything. But like, this is the way it works. They just come after you, and they hit you right where it hurts first, and then they take care of you. When you're like the shell of a human being, because you've lost everything, that's when it just seems like that's the way it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they go after what's gonna fuck with you the most, and so now his whole family's in danger.
Yeah,
like, way to go, dude.
Right. Genius. Yeah, no, dude. I hear you 100%. I agree 100%.
Well, I listened to a radio show yesterday, and they were talking about people who are like, who's going to be his security detail, and they're just saying like it's going to be single guys, single military vets that are freshly out of the military, that are still that still want that excitement. They don't have wives, they don't have kids. Those are going to be the ones, because if you're his security detail, something's coming.
Yep.
So that's the thing. Like, how do you? And does he have enough money to pay them to sacrifice their lives? Which I don't think he does anymore. Didn't they take it all?
I don't think he does anymore either. And here's the funny thing too, because I guess Tekashi, 50 Cent, and for the life of me, I can't think of who else made some kind of weird ass. It wasn't a weird. It was a music video, but in the music video, when Tekashi started rapping, it legit had him in a police car, and all these people were shooting at Tekashi. And a lot of people believe that was a subliminal message, because they knew Tekashi was going to get busted. They knew he was going to snitch, and they low-key told him that if you talk, this is what's going to happen to you. So with all of that going down, you honestly are going to sit there and tell me that you're not going to take the security detail? Come on, man. That's crazy. They telling you in the music video, that your ass is a snitch, and that we know you finna snitch if you get busted, and if you do talk, we're gonna shoot you. Come on, man. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure what's finna happen on that.
And then I look at all the other guys in the rap community that aren't criminals and don't have to worry about any of this shit. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job. Your families can sleep tonight, because they don't have to sleep with one eye open. That's good on you. Or just anybody in the music community. It's not just the rap community. There's some fucking crazy motherfuckers everywhere. But shit.
But I have been getting in touch with my country roots as of late, though.
Oh, jeez.
Hell right, dude. I told you, I'm not your average black guy, dude. And by the way, before you even try and comment on that comment, Darius Rucker, a.k.a. Hootie, is not country. I don't care.
Thank you.
Say Hootie is not country.
Listen,
Hootie is not country.
But he's not country, but he made a fucking lot of money doing country music.
Well,
in the last few years, he has made a lot of money making country music. Now he's going back on tour, though, with Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, exactly, because he's going back to his roots.
Because they found out that New Kids on the Block is still making money touring, so they're like, oh, maybe there's still some Hootie fans out there, and so then like,
ooh baby.
Don't sing anything that'll get us banned.
Hey, Ricky knows that song, because when I was out there doing a pipe bomb, he was low-key singing 90s boy band songs, so he knows it. Don't let the game fool you. Hey, just because Ricky does white man anger or white guy anger, or whatever they call it, inside the man listens to 90s boys band songs and knows the lyrics.
In his car by himself with the windows up.
Oh,
no.
On blast. Melissa put him on blast that he was listening to it, and he wouldn't deny it. So the whole time I'm sitting there singing in sync, and I could tell in his face that he wanted to sing it, but he was saving his face to not be embarrassed. And I was like, "You land, go ahead, let the people in the pop bomb know that you're actually nothing wrong with that."
He's like, well, thanks, guys. I'm gonna go kill myself now.
Dude, those were good times, bro.
Wait, you want him to turn purple? I can tell you somebody else that's on his phone that you guys wouldn't expect. Guess.
Oh God.
Guess.
Britney Spears.
Wait, look at his face for a second as I say the name.
Song from the motherfucker on there.
He's
from the fucking Karate
a fucking
Kid movie.
Justin Bieber lover.
One
That's all I'm
fucking
gonna
song.
say.
Hey, have you ever seen that
He's got
video?
Bieber fever. I'm sorry. He likes Justin Bieber. He'll never admit it, but there's a Bieber song on his phone, and he sings it on the regular.
Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you the same guy that's always saying you want to beat the absolute brakes off of Justin Bieber if you're listening to his song?
One fucking
While
song.
he sings his song to him. Ricky wants to beat him to a pulp, bloody pulp for liking that song. He's like, fuck you, asshole. You made me like that goddamn song.
You're sitting like, baby, baby, baby. Oh,
No, it's
punch,
actually not that one.
punch.
Every baby's just a punch in the face.
Baby. It's like the drinking game Thunderstruck. Like every time Thunderstruck, you're supposed to take a drink.
Shot.
And every baby is one punch to the face of Justin Bieber. Oh, that's great.
Well, we're running the music gambit here. It was announced over the weekend that Metallica had to cancel their entire Australian tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Mr. James Hetfield had to go back into rehab again for alcoholism. Who did they say was taking his spot?
Oh my God. The one from American Idol. What the hell is his
I don't
name?
watch American Idol. So
Somebody from American Idol took James Hetfield's spot in
Yes.
Metallica.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
well
the
they're
one with
just
the blue eyes. Let me think of his name.
Oh, the one with the blue eyes.
Shut up.
Oh, while you think of that, have you guys been watching Dancing with the Stars like you were supposed to?
Yes.
No. That
No,
was not
because
my job.
because I'm not 60 years old.
Fair enough.
That was
and I
not my job
still
to
like
find out
myself.
how,
Adam Lambert is taking his spot.
oh my
In
God.
Metallica?
Yes.
Isn't Adam Lambert also took
He's in Queen.
in
Yes.
Queen?
Well, Adam Lambert is taking his spot.
Nope, I'm not listening to it. Nope, I'll wait till James gets healthy.
No way. All right, I'm going to go grab a beer and I'm going to fact check this. Hold on. This can't be right.
You have your pants on. Because, you
Yeah.
know, he needs to have his pants on. Oh. No, I heard about it over the weekend while we were at Sean's house. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, you know, that's really got to suck. Like, I understand it. You know, the drinking was an issue with him. And this is not the first time. I think it's like the third time that he's had to go into rehab. But I'm like, damn, you know, like, everybody's going to expect to hear Hetfield's voice. And now they hear this fruit. And I'm like, how do you... He can't come close. He obviously cannot come close. I mean, it was just as worse when Axl Rose joined AC/DC. That was even more horrible.
I one day listened to a song called "Whole Lotta Rosie" by the original singer of AC/DC.
Yeah.
And I can't go back to what the new one is. What, Brian Johnson, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I can't listen to him the same like I can the original guy. The original guy killed it. Freaking Agnes Young, I swear, is my absolute spirit animal. I love the way he plays the guitar. Dude, the man's a freaking beast. But the original lead singer of AC/DC craps all over Brian Johnson.
Yeah, but you know what, though? It's two different... For them, it's like two different styles, though.
That's true.
It is two different styles. And I've listened to AC/DC... album side next to album, and to me, like, AC/DC in a whole, no matter who's singing, it's just a fucking adrenaline rush at some points. That's the way I look at it. But this whole Adam Lambert thing, yeah, I'm not cool with that.
No, me either.
I mean, you probably could have got Sully from Godsmack to at least do some of the Hetfield spots.
Okay, so the only thing I can find is in Madhouse Magazine, which is a satire. It's like the Hard Times.
Go ahead.
And it's not like that. That's the only. I mean, it's an article about him. They're like, but they're like, so he announced he's going to rehab, and they said the tour's back on, and Adam Lambert replacing James Hetfield as singer. And then it says the tour was originally canceled so Hetfield could return to rehab. Ulrich was not happy about this and frantically searched for singers. He said Axl Rose was busy with the Guns N' Roses tour, so he tried every other singer around: Gaga, Streisand, Manilow, Snoop Dogg. This is a fucking joke. This is not true. RuPaul suggested to Lars that he should reach out to Adam Lambert. So yeah, this is not happening.
Where did we read that?
It was on the news Saturday when we were sitting there at Sean's house. Adam Lambert.
Okay, the only thing I can find is Madhouse, which is like the Hard Time. It's a satire.
All right, so maybe it's not true.
But it was in the national news that Hetfield was going to rehab.
Yes, but he definitely is in rehab.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact.
But, yeah, I mean, if Adam Lambert is taking over that spot, man, there'll be a lot of depressed Metallica fans showing up at that show.
Now there is a campaign that is on Facebook that people are trying to get
Adam Lambert in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so 96.7 the Eagles, the best fake rock news ever. Adam Lambert joins Metallica. So he is not. Thank God. I had nothing wrong. I have no problems with Adam Lambert whatsoever. But not in Metallica, bro. Not in Metallica, dude.
You were draining the vein. Like, you could have got Sully from Godsmack to go do that spot. Or somebody that's already in the rock metal genre to take that spot, but not Adam Lambert.
No.
That's just obscene. So
although it would be very like melodic. Like, he's a good singer. I mean, he's a really good singer. So I'm not knocking him on that. He did cover Enter Sandman, which is probably off one of the worst Metallica albums.
What?
Whoa! You didn't like the Black Album?
No, never mind. That's off the Black Album. I thought it was off Load.
No, that was off the Black Album.
It's off the Black Album, so that. Never mind. That's one of the last good ones.
Rusty, is that a compliment or is that like a weird like adjustment thing there?
Step by step, I still got New Kids on the Block stuck. Damn it!
This just in: James Hetfield is not going to rehab. He's replacing Donnie Wahlberg in New Kids on the Block. Man, you guys about made me had a heart attack on that one. I was like, fuck. Like, I'm not even that big of a Metallica fan. I'm like, no.
No, because that's what I'm telling you. We were sitting in Sean's house on Saturday, and that's what he told me. And I was like, oh, it's got to be true.
It was on the news, legitimately. It was on the Fox 5 News.
Well, I knew that he was going to rehab.
We were sitting there, we were watching Tombstone, which is one of my personal classic movies to really say. I was going to say it's a Western, but it's not really up till the 2003s that it was really considered a Western. And then the Met game was on Channel 5, and then all of a sudden there was fucking Hetfield coming out of a building and getting into a limo, and they said he was going to rehab. And I'm like, oh, that just fucked the entire thing up. And then I was listening to 98 Rock in Tampa, and they were like, well, Slipknot is trying to reschedule their tour because they're supposed to be touring with Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
And now
I could have Corey Taylor sing it.
I don't see why not. He'd be fucking doing enough of a set with fucking
Slipknot. Haven't played 2 fucking sets. Like, they're only gonna play an hour apiece.
Well, Metallica normally does like a 2.5 hour set. That I do know. But, I mean, like, it's all of a big deal. I really just don't understand why they just couldn't get somebody that's already in the genre instead of going, oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to have Adam Lambert replace James Hetfield for this tour.
Yeah. I can think of a million dudes. Like, you could get Phil Anselmo to do that. Like, he could do it.
That's like replacing all of Alex's liquor with fucking wine coolers.
What, Adam Lambert?
Yes.
I was like, Phil Anselmo, like, what the fuck you have against Pantera, asshole? Like,
that's like, Alex, here, we're going to give you 2 cases of wine coolers. Get hammered off of this.
I'll tell you what, though. Been drinking the fuck out of those seltzer cocktails. They got vodka.
Those White Claw things?
Nah, I don't drink White Claws. I'm a fucking adult.
Hey,
I'm like, please don't tell me.
Wait, bro. Them things are horrible. Absolutely horrible.
But there's these other ones, and I can't remember exactly what they're fucking called though. But they're like a hard seltzer, but instead of like being a malt beverage, it's like a vodka cocktail. So it's like a vodka tonic or like a vodka and seltzer with like just flavored seltzer. It's like vodka mixed with LaCroix, and it's fucking man. I'm telling you, it fucking to the moon. And low calories, I can watch my girlish figure. I mean, fucking A.
I didn't like Nick's. What's going on over there, Nick?
He said something about.
There's the Fiend, Joe. There's the Fiend. There's the Fiend. I'm sorry. I'm watching Raw right now, and it just got super interesting. And the Fiend character that they made Bray Wyatt has been probably one of the most genius things that the WWE has done in a long time.
Hey, Lynn, why don't you jump on with us for like the last 20 minutes?
Hell right.
Come on, Lynn. You got my Skype thing already? Jump on in.
Oh, what's a compliment, I guess, just pointing it out. Patrice was the greatest. Patrice O'Neal?
Yes, Lynn, we are still on.
Hilarious, man.
We are still on. We're burning the oils on Monday night.
I mean, it's only 10 o'clock here. Shit, that's early. I got off at 1 o'clock today, though. It was fucking, they made me work, but they gave me, like, the route where I have to drive, like, 30 minutes away from Dodge and then cover, like, 2 little small towns, and it was fucking amazing, dude. Get home at 1 o'clock. I didn't know what to fucking do with myself. Like, I just got paid for this shit.
Ooh, baby. I wanna get...
No, you know what I did? I did watch... I don't know if you guys are... It's really weird, but my buddy turned me on to this guy. His name's Sturgill Simpson. He's kind of like one of those mainstream country guys. Country singer. But he also does like a lot of like weird, crazy, like psychedelic type country. It's crazy. It's a weird combination. It's like psychedelic / country. But he released an anime on Netflix for his new album Sound and Fury, and I watched that today. It's like 41 minutes long. Fucking fantastic. Great soundtrack. It's fantastic. It's a great fucking movie. I recommend it for everybody.
We have another podcaster in our chat right now. Jordan Radloff is in the chat.
Roddy Radloff. What's up, dude? Haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, we got everybody coming on tonight. It's been fucking crazy.
Been a great show so far.
Yes.
I'm still stuck on that. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on that porno on I-75, dude. I'm over here just still dying.
Dude, imagine you're driving home. You got the kid. Well, I mean, I don't have kids either, but like you got the kids in the back screaming about fucking nonsense, and then you got fucking. All of a sudden, you just see like hardcore anal going down the I-75 in Detroit, like. Close your eyes, kids. Daddy's gonna pull over for a second. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
All right, Lynn,
since
so we got Lynn here now, and Lynn, Alex was telling us a story that in Detroit, somebody hacked into a billboard on the side of the highway and put porn on the billboard.
Oh, shit.
So we were discussing, like, driving down the road and seeing porn. Like, what would you do?
I would pull over.
Oh, nice. Great answer. Great answer. I didn't see that coming, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, I agree with her, though. I mean, if we have porn, like, blasting over the interstate,
like a drive-in movie.
As a good Christian human, are you not going to pull over and watch it?
Like a drive-in movie.
It's like even better if you're not alone. I mean, even better if you're not alone, right? Like,
well, I mean, if the kids are in the car, it's a little weird, but still, I mean, hey, kids, we're gonna put a DVD. Play with your iPad for a second.
Well, we've all had to be discreet at some point.
I think the funniest part of this whole conversation is like when you go talk to the cops, like the comedy loophole. Though that's hilarious if that actually existed. We're like, look, we're just gonna file this under the hilarious crime situation. So we're just gonna do probably 100 hours community service, and we're just gonna forget about this. All right.
I want to know who the first tattletale was, though.
No,
Like,
they caught him on camera.
Like, who was the first person to call in and say, "My
they
God,
said it
there's
was an elderly
porn on
lady.
the interstate"?
They said it was an elderly woman, and she's just like, I don't know if you guys need to get to the University Drive and Auburn Hills exits. They're blasting sex movies on the billboard. I thought you needed to know. Almost verbatim of what she said. It's just like they're playing sex movies on the interstate. I figured you guys need to know somebody needs to go to jail for this.
Wow.
And I say that's an evil bitch because dude, if that's not like I want that. I would pay for that person to be a celebrity at my birthday party. Like, here, dude, I'll pay your court costs if you know show up to my birthday just so I can tell every single friend that shows up, the 5 of them that are there, and like talk about your adventures in porno on the interstate because. God damn, that's a fucking hero.
Goddamn.
That's a fucking hero, right? Those 2 people are heroes, and I don't care what you tell me. That's true America, right? That's a real American.
Wow, yeah.
Well, for everybody just joining us now, whether it be on Mile High Radio, Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, whatever media that we're sharing this to after tonight's show, we do have Lynn Brunet on, one of the heads of MileHighRadio.com, and a really, really good friend to all of the shows that are being produced currently. Lynn, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for asking. I am the head. She's
the head. She graduated. Okay.
Just to clarify
Just
that point.
so you know.
Because I've seen other titles on other people's pages, and no, but again, like we mentioned before, Lynn has been a very big inspiration to us. She's been fighting for us to get us everywhere, and there's a great relationship between everybody that's on this screen and a bunch of other people that are on Mile High. Stephen Arnold down from Perth, Australia. Terry Little from Iowa. Is it Iowa, Lynn? Or is it Idaho? I keep forgetting. I think it's
Idaho.
Yeah, Idaho.
The potato state.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, there are a lot of great relationships going on with everybody. And Lynn has been linked to Pipebomb, so we welcome her on the show. Thank you for coming on.
Hey, Ricky, you're cutting out for us.
Yeah, your sound is
When is that never gonna fucking happen?
I don't know. It's just like
I don't know.
I don't know if it's Skype. I've never had that issue. It's just like when Ricky, it's like your Skype gets drunk and then it just stops talking. I just do that on my own. I think it's just your computer gets drunk. And
maybe your computer is like overloaded because there's so many people on. But thank you for asking me to jump on. I just finished doing my live. You guys started like a half an hour before I did, and I get off and I'm like, holy shit, these guys are still live. This is great. Yeah. So, and I thought I went like long.
We're just sitting hanging.
No, and that's what I love. You know, that's what happened last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago. I had a memory pop up on Facebook today about, another thing of a bunch of us just hanging out, because that's what we do today. It's International Podcast Day. This is like the best fucking platform there is. And today's the day that we do it. We talk about it. We show how to do it. We tell people where to get it. And I mean, I do that every freaking day, but you know, I encourage the people that, and you still haven't fixed your hashtag there, Ricky. I see that in your original post. You'll do that afterwards, right? So that people can find you. Because discoverability is very important for podcasts.
Believe it or not, there were people popping on from groups that normally don't pop on. And they were all liking the show and then liking the page afterwards. And
and that's what we do, right? Yeah.
So... I mean, we've been on now...
Couple hours.
10 minutes.
Okay, yeah. And you guys are awesome, and you're hugely supportive. And I have to say, you know, Ricky and Melissa, like, with that whole fiasco that happened to me, like back in July when I tried to cross the border and they decided that they weren't going to let me cross the border. You guys have been so supportive, like, you know, messaging and as did a bunch of other people. So I'm so glad that when I was there in February that Bobby and I got to have lunch with you guys and meet you guys. That was awesome. And it's going to happen again. And it's going to be a long, long.
Absolutely. We're going to get you here.
Yeah, I'm going to get there. I will get there.
We are going to get you here. We're going to figure this out.
Crazy, just crazy. But you guys are great. I'm so glad that our paths crossed. Absolutely. And you guys are solid, and I'm so grateful to know you guys and all of you guys doing a great job. Thank you for doing this and spreading the word about podcasting, because that really is my mission. So,
well, now we have Nicholas on board. We got Alex on board. The four of us currently right now, and I know there's other people that are not here right now. Stephen Waldman, Sean Matrai, pretty much our personal fucking, you know, weather forecaster. Karasu's obviously not here, but he's growing, and we're just gonna literally just like kick the shit out of this.
Yeah,
we really are.
Absolutely.
And it's people, you know, that are like you guys, like that you're dedicated and you uphold standards, and you know what, podcasting isn't for everybody. It's just really not. And you have to love talking, and you have to, you know, for me, and now I haven't done my show now it's been over a year. So I have to like live vicariously through all of you guys. But to me, like, just shoot me if I wasn't in podcasting. And I am going to have a podcast again soon, but you know, it's either for you or it's not for you. And I am honored to work with people that are just so, like, they're just so dedicated to it. And I can tell that when I start working with certain people. I can tell that because they ask questions and they're up late and they're just driven and they're tenacious and they want to learn the shit. And so I love working with people like that. And
well, we definitely got the up late thing down.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of us sleep.
No, I don't think so.
I do. I try to sleep. Yeah, don't put me on that list. Hold on.
I like to sleep. But
I'm getting old. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Not like I really try to do anything, really. I just drink beer and then in front of a microphone, and, you know, whatever comes out, it's going to come out.
And it works. You know what? Everybody has their style.
Sometimes it works. The other times it's...
well, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes it doesn't.
About 75% of the time I'm on point, but that's why I'm up late.
And we work together as a crew because our phones are legitimately going off nonstop until times where Alex passes out or Nick is like, "Fuck this, I gotta beat Gears 5."
That's only on Saturdays, though. Like, come on now, it's not like it doesn't happen on a Monday night, but on a Saturday night, you know, there might be whiskey involved or who knows.
What whiskey? Crown? Drinking the Crown Reezy?
Listen. I'm an American, and I don't drink that Canadian swill. So, what I will drink, I drink bourbon like an adult.
So goofy ass drink bourbon like that. So you drinking that Jim Beam?
No, I drink Weller's like an adult. It's $25 for a decent bottle, and it's one step away. It's 12 years away from Pappy Van Winkle.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Canadian Crown Royal. How about that?
Well, you know,
very good.
That's right. That's right. That's we do Crown Royal on the rocks, no cut. We don't cut premium liquor over the age of 21. Are you cutting that Waller's? You put a little Coke in there?
Oh, I drink a...
Don't choke.
Yeah, go ahead and with the lie. I feel like you finna lie.
I drink whiskey with ice cubes in a glass.
Okay, that's
pour the whiskey in the glass.
I mean, I know how to
drink it.
Eating the rocks.
I don't
I mean, if I'm gonna mix it, then yeah, like I'll drink like Jim Beam or so, like Evan Williams and Coke. But like, I mean, Evan Williams is better than Jim Beam, so and it's cheaper. So yeah, I'll drink Evan Williams mix, but I'm not gonna drink like Weller's with soda. What are you kidding me? I don't worship Satan,
bro. Bro, Evan Williams is not better than Jim Beam. We'll fight that.
Oh,
hell no. No. Like you just said, Evan Williams where you're broke.
No, it's not when I'm broke. It's just when I want to mix it. I'd rather buy Evan Williams. You're just going to mix it anyways.
We have a birthday boy in the room.
Who's that?
Mr. Jeremy D.A.
Yeah, it's D.A.'s birthday.
D.A.'s birthday. So happy birthday, D.A.
Happy birthday, sugar.
He's not
Birthday's the same day as my mom.
Birthday.
Yes,
so not used to seeing us on Monday.
I didn't get to hang out with my mom on her birthday because she's like 72 today. So she went to another town and went out with her friends for lunch, and that just took a lot out of her. But when you're 72, I mean, I guess, driving 50 miles, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's a fun little Monday.
Oh, Lordy.
So I'm still trying to figure out who Billie Eilish is. Like, what is this girl's like gimmick? Is it just looking depressed with like fake blood on her face?
And let me tell you what, because at the job that I work at, they all love Billie Eilish, and it is just like this.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It's like real emo, and
that is not emo music. Don't,
bro.
That is not emo music. Emo music is actually
Wait
decent.
a minute. Did you just call emo?
Emu.
Isn't emu an animal?
It is not an Australian version of an ostrich, sir.
Bro,
I'm like, emu's an animal, isn't it?
When I have to go in the back and get stuff, I'm like, what are you playing? They're like, Ev, this is Billie Eilish. Turn this crap off. I'm getting depressed just opening the restaurant. I was like, man, why don't you set the mood straight? Like, play something that's gonna jump my soul. I don't want to hear none of this. And I came and nobody wants to listen to this.
She looks like a fucking. Okay, here's all I've gotten from it. And I've lost some friends over talking about how I'm not impressed by her. I got one friend who's a 37-year-old man. He's like, oh, she's the next big thing. She's like the revolution in music. I'm like, okay, revolution. Well, we don't have music now, so like, where's the revolution coming from? Please. But no, like she just looks like this. Like she looks like a sadder version of Marilyn Manson, but not as edgy, and the music sucks.
Yeah, no,
like that's what it is. It's just like she's just like this, like depression. like she's a shitty goth kid. That's the thing. She's a goth kid that doesn't wear black. That's what it reminds me of. But the music sucks. Like, I'll listen to Skinny Puppy, like, more than I'll listen to, like, whatever, or The Cure, versus, like, her stuff's just, like, not even... I don't even know if I can be depressed because I'm offended by the music. I'm just like, this is... I can't even be depressed properly to this shit.
Now I need to go Google it because I know I've heard the song, but I can't place it in my head.
I've tried because... Like, I got a bunch of friends that are just like, oh man, it's really cool. You just got to give her a chance. And I've tried. When my friends tell me to listen to something, I will do it, and I'll listen to an album until I have to turn it off. If I've got to, and I could make it through half of a song with her, like fuck this shit. It's stupid. Like I can't. I mean, it's
I'm
not
gonna have
stupid.
to go listen.
It's not stupid. It just wasn't made for me, and. I don't think I understand anybody that it was made for.
Yeah,
because it just seems like it's just a bunch of depressed kids that are just like, it's all cool. It is. It's cool to be depressed. Like it's not even emo music. Like emo music was like for the sad kids that wanted to slit their wrists, but they didn't have the balls to, so they listened to music about slitting their wrist from bands that didn't have the balls to. Like that was, but it was good music. It was heavy. It was fucking decent music. I mean, I could get down with some My Chemical Romance, Not anymore, really, because I like myself. But I mean, there was a time when I could listen to it. But still, like this, like I was just like I tried listening to it. Like, okay,
Yeah, I can't get into that. I hear you.
It makes me want to kill myself just so it'll stop.
Yeah.
But
I get you.
You're not allowed to do that until Arch Rivals is over.
Yes, no.
well, I mean, I'm not gonna listen to any more Billie Eilish because like I never thought being depressed was cool. But I mean, I guess it was when you were like the goth kids were out, but at least they looked neat.
Here I go, drinking the fucking clear bottle again.
What is that?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. Well, you know that stuff's gonna give you like ball cancer.
It fades into the green screen.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I totally keep forgetting that. I'm like, what the hell what are you holding on to?
Well, I remember like I always get yelled at when I was on the other podcast, and I would always wear a green shirt, like a green Ninja Turtle shirt, and so my head was just like floating.
I probably will do that on Thursday.
It happens with other colors too, though. What was it, blue?
I was wearing my the safety orange shirt the other night.
Yeah.
And the green screen went right through that too.
Really?
Yep.
With orange?
Yep. Because it's a safety orange.
Cow.
It was crazy. It was just me. It was like half my shirt was the field, and then there was the rest of the shirt, and then it was my head. It was crazy.
So he was the football on the field.
I was the football on the field. It's crazy.
Let me tell you, that safety orange shirt that he wore, we had to go shopping. And we walked into the store, and he's like, babe, you're not going to lose me at all. Because I could see him from 6 miles away with the safety orange shirt on.
See, that's why I wear like a lot of
He
black,
looked like
so
a
I can like
traffic cone.
blend into the shadows, and so no one will see me when I go to the store.
He looked like a traffic cone.
Because like nothing pisses me off more than when I have to go like out into the store and actually get food that I can't send my wife to do it. Man, the Walmart pickup thing's fantastic because I really don't like to leave my house, so that's why I wear all black and stuff. So then I go to the store if I see somebody I know, I can like hide behind these clothes. And
I usually duck into the clothing rack anyway, so nobody can see me.
it was a lot cooler when they had black VHS tapes and stuff, so it was like a lot easier, and you could just like, bam, I just blend in. But
now it's all blue.
Now it's all Blu-ray, and they don't even have like shooting games at Walmart anymore, and it's.
Oh, they really don't, do they?
No, they got rid of them because that's going to solve the problem. That solves all the problems. That solves all the problems, just like it did after Columbine.
Yeah.
Well, here's all I'm gonna say. I'm legit about to download Borderlands. So if I'm on the 6 o'clock news at some point within the next 3 weeks, we'll just pinpoint it straight to the video games that apparently is the reason. Come on, man. People are smarter than that, dude.
Well, I feel bad. Like
I've been playing Call of Duty since version 2. Trust me, I've shot nobody since then.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been playing like since like Doom and shit. I mean, come on now, like the game they blamed Columbine on, I've not shot anybody. So, also, I saw a really funny meme today that was just like a sad, fat Marilyn Manson because he's put on a lot of weight. Haven't we all in our older age? But he's just like Marilyn Manson just really wants to be blamed for a school shooting again because and it shows, and he's just sitting there like. Oh, like just looking just sad and pathetic. Like, man, that guy's just waiting to be blamed for it. But his time is like, but that's the only thing they can blame video games on it instead of like. I haven't heard music yet that would make me want to shoot up a school.
Well, come on. That's I can say that's all bullshit. Look, we get the same music in Canada. We have the same video games in Canada. We have the same shows in Canada.
I'm talking shit on Canadian whiskey. Cool. Thanks for letting me know on that one, guys. Thanks.
Dude, I thought you knew. The clock behind her said...
No, I didn't fucking put that shit behind. I don't read the clock. It's got arms on it. It's not digital. I haven't been able to tell time on one of those fucking things since 1998. I had an IMAX, for the love of God.
Yeah, I thought you knew.
No, I had no idea. Like, we're sitting there, I'm like, oh yeah, Canadian whiskey fucking sucks. I was so up here in Canada, like, God damn it, you guys are assholes for just leaving me in the fucking.
No, see, that's okay. That's okay. We're sorry our whiskey isn't good enough for you.
Now, I do want to try. Hold on, I do want to try the Trailer Park Boys whiskey, that Lickerman's.
Too late. It's too late.
I do want to try it.
Canada doesn't want to sell you their whiskey. So that's it.
I know. I've been trying to get it here. They don't have. It's not legal. They can't. They won't sell it in the United States.
Oh my God.
No, I do. I will have to say,
That's
I do
okay,
like.
your beer sucks. Your
Listen,
beer's from
lady.
Canadians peeing after drinking beer.
Listen, lady.
Wow. Wow. She said,
we live in a country where Odell's Brewing Company exists. It is a fantastic beer. Not had a bad one from them.
Anyway. No
Although
offense.
it does come from the Colorado River, which does probably come from Canada. And it is probably... Let's not talk about it. I'm just saying, the Molson, you can definitely taste the Molson in there.
Oh, God, that's good. But, yeah, we get all the same stuff you guys watch, and we don't have the same issue up here. So every time I hear that, oh, the video games, and oh, this, and it's the music, and all that shit. We watch the same things you guys do. We listen to the same stuff you guys do, so...
Yeah, you guys send your gems over to our country, like Justin Bieber and
Celine Dion.
Drake. Celine Dion is a North American treasure. Okay, but then we don't. But you only give us every. Okay, Jim Carrey was good. I'll take Celine Dion. You guys can have Bieber and Drake back. Although I did really like Drake and Degrassi.
Yes, I did.
Back when he was Aubrey. But I think that's about it. I mean, I think the music. Oh, Avril Lavigne. You can have her and her.
Oh, I don't want her.
See, we don't either, but we got her anyway.
hey, but wait a minute. Canada also produced The Hearts, Chris Jericho. Who else is from Canada that's a wrestler? Come on, help me out.
There's a lot of Canadians that you would probably be very surprised about.
Yeah, come on, are you
Will
kidding
Ferrell
me?
a Canadian?
They gave us Wayne Gretzky, Canada. Mark Messier's Canadian. Who else is Canadian? All the
Will
list.
Ferrell. I think Will Ferrell's Canadian.
Yeah, come on, dude.
I'm not saying all of
Yeah,
Canadians
come on,
bad.
dude.
I'm not saying all of
Stop
Canadians
trashing my
bad.
country, man.
All of
Not
Canada.
everybody from Canada is bad.
Canada? What the hell is
It's a long-running inside joke. So a guy, the drummer in my band, actually, like his dad used to run start beef packing plants. He started one in Canada, and he came back when we were in
I don't
high
know
school.
him.
No, you don't know him, but it's a long-running inside joke with me. I just call it Canada because he's like, oh yeah, he's like, Canadians are really cool, man. I was like, so what's it like up there in Canada? He's like, it's Canada. I was like, oh no, it's Canada because you're a Canadian. You had to be there in middle school when it was really funny. And we thought we were 13 and we thought we were just geniuses. But it's one of those you had to be there jokes. Just when you hear Canadian
hockeying.
Yes,
Huh?
you're damn hockeying.
No, look, Canada's got a lot of cool things. Like, I mean, they got.
You're good. You don't.
They got
good.
Trailer Park Boys. I mean, Trailer Park Boys is the shit. Come on now, everybody.
I went to Toronto when I was a senior in high school. I absolutely loved it. So it was
like the best filming. They have a really good film scene in Toronto.
Yeah, they were saying that whatever that space thing is in Toronto can supposedly hold the weight of 15 hippos. The glass can. And I'm terrified of heights as is per se, but yet this dude who was bigger than I was starts jumping on the glass. I was like, nah, man, y'all could take me down at this point, because in in case that hippo weight decides to crack. I'm not trying to die being innocent bystander because you wanted to be stupid. Nah, I'm straight. Take me down.
Great segue. So today at the Grand Canyon, you know how they have the skywalk around, like you walk over that glass thing? Some dude jumped off of it in front of a bunch of people today.
No.
Yeah. He's some 28-year-old dude. Like, the thing was full of people, and he just like, whoop.
Oh my God.
I never thought that would ever have a good setup for that story. So I had to tell us.
Have you ever been to the Grand Canyon, Alex?
I have been to the Grand Canyon.
All right, so the last time I was there, I was like 14. But that shit doesn't have, like, there's no railings. There's nothing really on most of the parts of the Grand Canyon. Like, you just kind of pull up to it, and there's like a wall that they build, and like if you lean over it, like you see like 17 miles down. Like, there's nothing to stop you from really just going right over the edge of anything.
No, actually, a friend of mine was on a lot of LSD, and he wanted to like trip out at the Grand Canyon.
Oh, man.
He kept trying to get closer to see over, and then he fell down.
Oh, God.
5 feet, and he landed on a little ledge, and he's alive still. But he's like, yeah, I was about like 6 inches from going all the way into it. Yeah, wow. So yeah, it's a dangerous place.
Yeah, no, and like I was there, and not only that, but there's like killer squirrels there because people feed them all day long when they sit around the edge of the canyon. So like if you go up to the edge of where you could like sit and stuff, the squirrels like attack you because they try to get food. So not only are you So, like, not only are you near the edge of the canyon, but now there's, like, killer squirrels that jump at you.
Yeah, and if Arizona didn't need another animal that could kill you. Because it's like our own personal Australia, because every goddamn thing there wants to kill you dead. I mean, they have nasty fucking snakes, and they got, like, Gila monsters. And scorpions.
Yeah, you guys got some weird animals in some places down there, like Florida, and... Yeah.
Florida. Chicago had an alligator. We called him Chance the Snapper. That was stupid as hell. I'm like, all the names we could have given the alligator. We call him Chance the Snapper.
You had a little pet alligator.
Look at
yeah, dude. He was in, and here's the funny part: the alligator was in the Humboldt Park area where a lot of the Spanish gangs are at. What killed me though is there's 2 zoos in Chicago. There's the Lincoln Park Zoo and there's the Brookfield Zoo. And I'm thinking to myself, you guys have no alligator geniuses that can come and catch this goddamn thing so we get it out of the way, please? Seriously? Because I don't want to go to Humboldt Park and then the next thing I know is like, damn, that show looks like a gator crossing the street over there, by the way.
If it looks like a gator crossing the street in Chicago, 9 times out of 10, it's a gator crossing the street in Chicago. I mean, they're not fucking native there, man. Like,
not at all.
I lived in Orlando for 3 years, and I didn't realize, like, so we had a little pond in our apartment complex, so like the whole apartment complex wrapped around this pond, and so I was there, like, they're like, oh yeah, you can go fishing in the pond, but watch out for gators. And I was like, oh, I thought they're just being cute because we're in Florida. No, that bitch was being serious. Watch out for fucking gators. So like, I'm hammered, fucking wasted, like fucking midnight. I'm like, I'm gonna go fishing, as drunk people would like to do.
Yeah, I get a text message from him saying, guess what I'm doing right now? And I'm like, what? He goes, I'm fishing. And I look at the clock and I'm like, yeah, really? Are you fishing right now?
Because you got to go fishing in the middle of the night, man. That's when they bite the most. I mean, I don't know. That's just what I've gotten used to. And so, like, it's like midnight. I'm wasted. And so I just, like, drop a line. And then all of a sudden I hear this.
Oh, God.
Like,
I don't know how people live there.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that a goddamn snake? Like, and then my buddy who's been there, he's like, that's not snakes. Do you really hear snakes hiss that loud, dude? He's like, he's like, just drop your pole and just start backing up. And it's just dark. Like, we couldn't see anything. There's no lights around it. So he's just like, just start backing up.
That's
And like,
crazy.
what do we do? And then all of a sudden you hear like their little growl that they do. And I'm like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, what the hell is going on? He's like, okay, we're back up far enough. He said, just run. And so I start taking off, and all of a sudden you just hear a bunch of commotion in the water. My pole disappeared, and like the next day, and like, I was like, what the fuck was that? He's like, dude, what are you doing down here anyways? Like, fishing. They said you could fish here. He's like, not at night. The gators are out. Like, dude, that was a joke. There ain't no gators in this little pond in the middle of Florida. He's like, it's Florida. This is their territory. I don't know how big it is. I know there's like 6 gators that live in this pond, though. Like,
Oh God.
Oh my
That's the
God.
last time I went fishing in Florida.
No doubt.
Like, glad I lost my pole, so I'll never try to do it again.
Hey, Wendy.
Wendy Pack in the chat.
We haven't
That's from
seen
the
Miss
past.
Wendy in a while.
Wendy, formerly Wendy Wendy the slow adult.
Yes.
That's
How
good.
are you, girl?
We haven't heard from her in a while.
I haven't heard from her in a while. She sent me a text message a while back that said she missed me, and I was like, well, I haven't left anywhere.
That might be the greatest response ever.
Still here.
Said, Hi, just got off tube.
I hope that's the tube and not the like YouTube and not the toilet. Like,
Just got done dropping some heat, homie.
dude, listen.
Tell you.
She tell you, and also she will send you a photo that you do not and you cannot recover from ever in your life, and just to prove what she's just done. I don't know if you've heard of this girl before. It is Wendy, the slow adult. She was on the house, or she's a whack packer from the
Yeah.
and she will send you a dirty.
Very updated on
On her bowel movements, and like it's like to the minute. Like she's a really good broadcaster when it comes to her bowel movements and what dogs shit in the hallway, and
Good stuff.
oh, it's fantastic. It's a lot. It's hilarious.
I need to go get coffee, so I'm gonna bow out. But thanks for having me, though.
Thanks for coming
Lynn,
on.
thanks for hanging.
Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah,
This is
I appreciate
awesome.
it.
Awesome.
Thanks-
Great
Thanks
meeting
for
you
letting
guys.
me insult Canada and not call me a total asshole. And thanks to everybody here for letting me like walk right into that trap.
Oh,
I know. I
Listen,
love how nobody said anything.
Once you were going, we couldn't stop you. You were just going.
and you
And I
remember
figured eventually
Not
somebody
a
at some
text
point would
message.
just
Not a
say
text
something.
message from Ricky or Nick like, "Hey, this lady's from lives in Canada."
wait a minute.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
thought you got caught on to the context clues when she specifically said I couldn't cross the border. What?
I don't know what border she crosses. There's 2 in this country.
Oh yeah. It was the Mexican border. And
A lot of white people live down in Mexico.
the clock clearly says it's 7:30. What?
Actually, that's wrong. Behind me, that clock's wrong, but
By how much?
an hour.
Okay, it's still
See, she could be in mountain time. She could have crossed the Colorado-Kansas border.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because the Americans are like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you can't come into Kansas.
Well, from Colorado, they do stop quite a few people because Colorado is a recreational marijuana state and Kansas
Yes, it
is
is.
not. So,
And so's Canada. All of it.
yeah, it's not a
Recreational marijuana country.
Yep. And starting in January of 2020, Illinois will now officially be a marijuana state.
Well, but they're just medicinal though, right?
And now,
No.
Canada Post has just announced today they are now bringing out, what do they call them? Scent barrier envelopes. So,
Well, I'm gonna have to get your address.
Like we-
I'm gonna have to send you my address. They get the set barrier envelopes.
it's, yeah, it's interesting. But I'm surprised that we're ahead of that than you guys, because the U.S. is so much more ahead of things than Canada is. And so it's just weird that like the whole country is like, Man, you just everywhere you go, it just smells like pot.
I don't know. We're
now.
still pretty
But-
fluent in racism, though. So, like, I mean, we're not ahead of things that much.
Well, you know what? Canada is too. So I know there's probably the perception that Canada is so much better that way. There's a lot of it here too, and I think it's just not shown as much, but it's felt here too. So, unfortunately, but anyway, thanks guys.
Thanks, Lynn.
See ya. Nice to meet you.
Meet you too.
All
Talk
right.
to you soon.
Hey,
Night, lady.
I just gotta get out of here. Gonna turn off my Skype. Wait, quit Skype. There we go.
That's what I said the last time I went to Canada. I just got to get out of here. Hope she heard that one.
She's still here. No, I'm kidding.
That'd be funny.
I said that too. I'm a Mexican, and I said the same thing when I went to Mexico. It's like, I got to get the fuck out of this place. This shithole. Like, the old country, you can just support it and...
All right, now we have to... Alex, you're fluent in Wendy, right?
Huh?
You're fluent in Wendy?
Yeah, kind of.
I fixed Go Back Live to Replay One Your Show.
Sounds like she wants to replay the show. Like she's going to go back.
I think she's going to go back to YouTube.
Yeah.
And replay one of your show, one of the pipe bomb shows.
Right.
I'm a little rusty on my Wendy, but
I know it's like crazy.
Sounds like
in a while.
Sounds like a little talk from back in the day. I tells you what, I goes and replays one of your shows there, boss. She go here and
she has
turned its back on.
Nick, we could explain at a different portion of the night.
I'll explain it. I mean, she's the slow adult. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory in the name.
Fair enough.
Like, she's not talking about a good old boy in fucking Alabama. She's doing the best she can, man.
Touche. No argument. No arguments.
Wow. This has been great, man. This is longer than normal.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what? It's National Podcast Day, so I figure...
This is like a marathon one for us.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I really feel like, in a way, this needs to be done. Like, it needs to be like the once a week where we just get everybody together and just jump on and fucking go like fucking...
Not for nothing. Have you guys ever tried the spicy mac and cheese bowl from KFC? I mean, the commercial just came on my television. If you have not had the spicy mac and cheese bowl from KFC, do yourself a favor and not get the spicy mac and cheese bowl from KFC. It's just their mac and cheese, and then they take the chicken pieces and they drown it in that Nashville hot shit. It is not as delicious.
See, I'm not the Nashville. The Nashville hot is lost on me.
It really is. And it's like, and I'm talking about like they put so much of the Nashville hot sauce that when you get like the grease from it, it's just swimming on top of the mac and cheese bowl. I'm like, dude, I can't finish this. And then when I finished it, I legit had to take 2 hours, and I'm like, I'm going to have to redo my lunch because this was terrible. Like,
see, and that's, yeah.
You do.
If you want to do some spicy mac and cheese, you know, Frank's Red Hot. Throw some Frank's Red Hot in there, maybe a little Louisiana hot sauce, maybe some Tabasco.
Yeah, no, I'm about to Louisiana.
Apparently, we are live on YouTube from Wendy's page.
Oh, cool! Thanks.
D-Hay.
I appreciate.
Yeah, happy birthday, man! I'm not going down to the bar to buy you a beer. I'm sorry. I bought you a beer last year. I bought you 2 beers last year. One for last year, and then one for last year, and then one for this year. There was a 2-for.
You should just have drank it really slow.
Yeah, like one sip, like half a sip.
Make it last.
Every other day. Probably a really funky ass beer by your next birthday, but still, you're gonna have that beer.
You get like a little fucking the dropper.
Yeah, just give him a little dropper of beer.
Little dropper of beer.
Same one every year. God, that sounds disgusting. By like week 2, it's got little mold fuzzies on the top.
You got your basket there, Alex?
Huh?
You got your basket, your yak basket?
Oh yeah, I got the yak basket. I got it. It's always here. And honestly, the reason I have the yak basket is because Wendy Pack sent me diaper picks that I was not asked for. That were not asked for.
Come on.
One of my former colleagues, he was the one that requested it, and then it got sent to me, and I'm still a little salty about it.
I don't blame you.
Oh yeah, I bought him like 6 beers, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So that should have freaking held you over definitely until this year.
Especially if you didn't open them.
100%. You should have spaced that shit out. And
They were on tap, they were at a bar.
Whatever.
But watched the Raiders play the Bengals, I think, last year.
Oh.
And we almost lost.
Well, I'll say this: saddle up for tomorrow's show.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
Oh, it's going to be a good show tomorrow, and I can only imagine what's going to fly out of Todd's mouth.
Listen,
that's the thing is I don't even want to compliment him because there was so much good done in that game that I don't want to give him the satisfaction of like complimenting it. And
You know
I'm just
what?
gonna have to focus on everything that was done wrong in that game.
I feel like tomorrow, because most of the time, like, I catch you guys, like, mid-show, I think I'm gonna have to watch from the beginning just for the sheer abuse nature that's gonna go on.
Oh, yes. Hands flipping down. It's going to be some abuse nature.
And there is no need.
Blood.
And you know what? I think you should just keep your mouth closed about Green Bay for right now.
Actually, we don't even talk about
What am I going to keep my mouth about Green Bay? That the SOB
we already talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah. What are we going to talk about? That they're incapable of running for 1 yard. 1,500 pounds.
All I know is that because I'm in the chat with all of you guys now, I watch everything you guys say, and then that's all you did was add that little snippet about Green Bay at the end of that one little thing you said.
No,
and I was like, son of a bitch, couldn't let this fucking die. You had to lure me in to make me say something.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Melissa. I'm going to light him up tomorrow when we come talk about them boys.
Hey, wait a minute. First off, y'all can piss off on that. All of a sudden, I'll be in touch. Yeah, okay. No, here's what happens. You're in the chat room, but you don't say jack. You look at everybody else's stuff, but you don't say jack. And I'm thinking to myself, why in the sand blue hell are you in here if you're not going to say nothing? So I could not help by saying that it's tomorrow or Tuesday show should be a great show. Everybody's team won unless you root for Green Bay. And the minute you called me a dork, hello, there she is. She's freaking alive. Thank you.
She's just opened herself up for the abuse.
I swear, dude. Exactly. We'll come into the chat room and then say all right, so Alex drops like 30 sentences, Ricky's drops like 40, Todd drops like 15 at best. I'm trying to be somewhere between the 30 and 40. And if Melissa says one thing in the room, we would be lucky.
Well, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to lie. Because twice I went to type something, and because me and Ricky were watching the same fucking thing, he said exactly what I was going to say 2 seconds before I said it. And I was like, what the fuck's the point of typing it then? Because we're going to be saying the same thing. So I was like, I'm just going to let him talk. You know?
Well,
whatevs.
Well, you better hope to God. Well, I think Dallas plays Green Bay this week, so we already know where I'm leaning at. But you better hope to God.
Of course, we already know where you're leaning.
Oh, hell.
I'm surprised you haven't bought Dak Prescott 5 blowjobs by now.
Oh man!
Like, come on, man, you're going to play Green Bay. I need some firepower.
No, wait.
Like, I'm going to pay for you to get these 5 blowjobs.
Nah, dude, Dak Prescott ain't got a damn thing come from me since he didn't beat New Orleans. Now Jameis has to come out and show Dak how you beat New Orleans.
Here it comes.
These are some of the greatest fucking sunflower seeds ever.
Ricky's just like red sunflower seed.
I need to get like a fucking container to put the fucking shells.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's no better sunflower seed than the cracked pepper spits. It has to be the Spitz brand, but the cracked pepper ones, it tastes like fucking chicken fried steak and a sunflower seed.
Is it spicy?
Not really.
Because if it's at all spicy, Ricky won't like it.
Well, he probably won't like it because they're a little spicy. I mean, it's got like, I don't know. Do you like? What color of gravy do you guys eat up there?
What happened?
What color of gravy do you guys eat up there?
What color is gravy?
Yeah.
Brown.
The fuck out of here. You don't have cream gravy up there, the fucking Southern?
Absolutely. I thought we were going to
brown fucking gravy made from like gristle and fat. And like, yeah, we're going to put some shit in it. We're going to put water in it.
We were going to get into the debate.
And we're going to make it, call it a gravy.
No, listen to me. I thought we were going to get into the debate over the sauce and the gravy thing. Because that's happened to me about 35 times already. Like, okay, so I'm Italian, obviously, and on Sunday, like, I make a Sunday sauce. But then I have Italian friends that say they make Sunday gravy. To me, gravy is brown. Sauce is red. Do you get it? You get what I'm trying to say here?
You said sauce is red and wiki is brown?
Gravy is brown.
Oh, gravy's brown?
All right, I'm not talking about that Italian food.
That's what I thought you were referring to.
Hey, I was going to say because
no.
Some Italians call sauce gravy. And
yes. That's what it's technically. But I'm not talking about that fucking
Are
Italian
you talking
shit.
like when you have like biscuits and gravy?
Trying to talk that beef gravy, that's
sauce,
so
that
like sausage,
gravy.
like sausage gravy.
Yeah, or pepper gravy, just white gravy.
Yes.
Country style gravy.
Yes.
It ain't brown.
No, that's not brown.
Dude, you're putting that white shit on your mashed potatoes, bro?
No. You put it on your chicken fried steak.
I mean, I just like chicken, so.
Well, what's the gravy that you put on your mashed potatoes? What color is that?
Brown.
See, I'm not the only person calling gravy brown.
Not necessarily. You can put the pepper gravy on the mashed potatoes. It's pretty good, and it actually goes better. And then you can put a little Tabasco sauce, and then it makes it fucking nice mashed potatoes. But saying, I don't know how far north. If I move to the East Coast, I don't know how far north I can move, depending on their gravy. Because if I can't get good, decent country gravy in like Pennsylvania, I'm gonna have to stay in like Virginia or something.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Please,
and I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like I don't know. You need a little bit of the South in there. Sans racism. Like I want their cooking, not their ethics.
Yeah,
and because they're gonna like that. My friend talked about moving to North Carolina. Like, dude, I'll get fucking killed there. Well, what do you mean you'll get killed there? Like, I'm a Mexican married to a white girl. They will fucking string my ass up. This is not going to fucking work.
Yeah,
we have to go farther north, where they're a little less Haiti on the skin colors.
Hey,
at least to where I can get to the States where I can marry a white girl.
Hey, speaking of mashed potatoes, a buddy of mine got married many years ago, and he was like, Nick, dude, I have this mashed potato bar. And I was like, what? He was like, dude, it sounds stupid, but I'm going to tell you it's more bomb than you think. I was like, all right, man, I'll go to your wedding with an open mind. I'm going to tell you what, if I ever do get married, I'm putting a mashed potato bar at the wedding. It is dope as hell. So it's like 3 different kinds of mash, 3 different kinds of gravy, and all the toppings you can think of that go into mashed potatoes. So I'm sitting there just loading this bad boy up with russet mashed potatoes, do a little bacon, little cheese. Everybody that knows me knows I love peas. Do some peas in that bitch, and just loaded it up with like the dark brown, the chicken
gravy. Down, Chicago.
Chicken
peas in your mashed potatoes.
Hell right. I love peas.
What is hell right? What? There's nothing right about that. You don't put peas in mashed potatoes.
Wait a minute. I don't know. If you on like Thanksgiving, you don't like put your corn in your mashed potatoes and mix it together?
No.
See, I do that.
No, I mix my mashed potatoes with the green bean casserole like a fucking American.
No way!
You're gonna make fun of me for doing peas and mash. You came with that nonsense.
Dude, green bean casserole. Come on now.
Like, look. Here's what I'm saying. First off, I'm the only person in my entire family, not just my immediate family, not just on my mom's side, but including my dad's side, that eats green bean casserole. You know, it's not the most popular black dish, but I freaking love it.
And I make kick-ass green bean casserole. I'm just telling you right now.
We'll see about that. Then, out of my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, and my immediate family, I'm the only one that eats pumpkin pie. The only one. You're
really?
I fucking hate anything pumpkin.
What you call it? Black families love sweet potato and peach cobbler. Sweet potatoes.
No, you know what, dude? I have no problems with what black families like, because I'll fuck with you on some peach cobbler. I will fuck with you on some peach cobbler. Sweet potatoes, I don't like the pie, but I'll eat the sweet potatoes with like the marshmallows and shit all over, and the brown sugar.
That's candy yams.
It's a fucking sweet potato, Nick.
No.
It's a sweet potato.
Bro, that's called candied yams.
It's the same. Is it not? Is it? I've never seen a yam.
A yam is different than a sweet potato.
Trust me, it's candy yams.
Okay, I understand it's called candied yams, but it's also called. They also call them sweet potatoes. But at the same time, but no, you're right. You're right. The dish with the marshmallows and the brown sugar is called candied yams. But what is a yam? Have you ever bought a raw yam in a store? I'm waiting.
I've never bought a yam in the store. I don't,
because it's a fucking sweet potato.
I don't. So am I? So am I going to call ribeye and filet mignon both steaks?
Technically, you could. It comes from a. You know what? How about don't call it a steak? Call it a cow, because that's what it is. I'm just saying. I'm saying the dishes are no. You're right. You're right. There is a difference, because the sweet potatoes are usually steamed, and like some people do put a little, like sprinkle a little brown sugar on them, like if they do bake them or whatever. But they aren't the candied yams. You're correct. I'm 100% with you on this one. But it's still the same vegetable. It's still a sweet potato.
All right.
There ain't no such thing as a yam. It doesn't exist.
I'm gonna Google this.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. Here comes Google.
Hold on. Let me grab a beer, because we're gonna have to have. I know this is gonna get.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be right behind you. I gotta grab beer myself. Hold on.
Well, anyway, in the meantime, while half of our guests, 3/4 of us, are doing some type of Google, draining the vein, getting a drink, you guys are listening to this probably. This is probably going to be Pipebomb's episode on milehighradio.com this weekend. Don't forget to check out iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, radio.com. And we have merch, paytradepipebomb.threadless.com, for affordable merchandise, and it's very, very great quality. I guess we could just do that too. People are popping in and out of this fucking thing, coming hanging out. D-Hey, share it some more. Maybe fucking people will get pissed off and come in here. I don't know. Alex is back first. Woohoo! There he is.
Hold on, I'm looking.
You guys both went out at the same time, but Alex, you came.
And I bet you he comes back with a Miller High Life, just like I'm drinking.
Oh, no way.
That's one thing I like about Nick. He likes the Miller High Life, the champagne of beers.
Well, think of it this way. If you really want to know, if you move to Pennsylvania, then it would be an equal amount of traveling time for Nick and me.
Yeah, but I don't want to live with a bunch of Amish fucks.
No, I think we can move you out of Amishlandia.
I think we're thinking of Pittsburgh because it's like an hour and a half away from Morgantown, West Virginia, and that way I can go to a KU game every year.
Thank God I didn't place that bet this weekend.
Huh?
Thank God I didn't place that bet this weekend.
On KU?
Yeah.
Against TCU, I would never bet on KU against TCU, even with Les Miles.
Yeah, but 15.5 was a lot. They still didn't cover it.
No. What are you eating, candied yams now? What are you eating over there?
He's reboosting up.
Okay.
He's got himself a beer. You drinking a Miller High Life?
So now that everybody has returned.
I got stones, dude.
Oh, man. Stones. Okay, so what is the difference?
Okay. Real yams are entirely different root vegetables that are more like yucca in texture and flavor. They have bumpy, tough brown skin that looks like a tree trunk with starchy, not sweet flesh. Yams are more easily compared to the texture and flavor of white russet potatoes and are best boiled and served alongside hearty braised meats. The neutrally flavored yams are more used in Caribbean or West African cooking and are difficult to find in the United States. Sometimes you can pick them up at specialty grocery stores.
You mean to tell me there's a real thing called a yam?
Hell yeah! Can you put this up to the camera?
You have a camera.
Yeah, but they can't see it from here.
You're not going to be able to see it from my camera either.
I don't believe it. I think
Can we just put it here?
that is not it.
Hold on. Let's see if you can see it.
That is a goddamn sweet potato.
Higher. Right there.
Can you see it?
So is the brown turd looking thing a yam?
Yes.
Well, god damn it.
See? So there is real yams.
Is Nick on or is he frozen?
He's frozen. He had a stroke because his computer went haywire because he reacted to him being right. And Nick, where'd you go, buddy? Or maybe he turned his camera off because he's
eating.
Eating.
No, he'd still be probably talking. Oh, wait.
All right. My bad.
There he is.
I got kicked out.
Oh, okay. So there is such thing as a yam. I'm wrong.
Yes. But the ones the ones that are in the can are more likely sweet potatoes.
Okay, so I'm not 100% wrong.
No, but there is a yam that's different from a sweet potato.
So, but it's like a Caribbean thing.
Yes.
Okay. Or West Africa and the Caribbean
kind of thing.
Back from the village.
Boy.
Love you, D. Hey, happy birthday, man.
Fucking insane.
Oh, that's great.
That's the only reason. Like the only time I get that is from How High. You know, I come from Jamaica, man. Oh, really? What part? Right near the beach. Lord of mercy.
No, that is that How High?
No, it's Half Baked.
Half Baked. Yeah. He's like, what? He was like, Delilah, get me the 513.
513.
It's like, man, what the hell is the 513? Comes on that big ass crossbow.
Such a funny that. I'll tell you what, man. Dave Chappelle, probably one of the funniest men on the planet.
Dude,
today.
I need somebody to let me use like their Netflix code or something, so I can watch that special he had that came out some time ago. I still haven't seen it.
A couple weeks ago. I would let you, but I've already got mine tapped out. Like,
Damn.
Because I'll let Ricky use mine. Let Ricky use my Netflix. So
in all fairness, how many times have we used it?
We've used it a few times, but not a lot.
Like
But now
7.
Alex keeps telling me about all of these shows that I gotta watch. So
I can use the fucking Netflix, dude. They got some badass shit on there. Mindhunter's on there, dude. Like Mindhunter's the shit.
In all fairness, like we get here at nighttime and either we're doing a show or we're doing research for a show or we're doing audio for a show or we're doing some kind
you guys need to be fucking lazy and then just sit there and watch some shit.
Well, last night, he did his thing on the computer, I watched Survivor. I don't know if anybody else watches Survivor except for me, but I watched the first episode of Survivor. Does anybody else watch it? Or am I the only one?
Survivor?
Yeah.
No, I don't watch Survivor. I watch Temptation Island, though, but I don't watch Survivor.
Oh, you gotta watch Survivor.
What is Temptation Island?
That's where, like,
is that like that thing that was playing over I-75 in Detroit? That sounds like a fuck. That sounds like a fuck flick. I'm just saying. It's like, oh, you watch Temptation Island? Yeah, there's a finger going in a butt somewhere.
It's not Temptation Island, unfortunately. It's where like 4 couples go on this island, and then there's like for the girls, there's like 10 buff, swole ass dudes, and then for the dudes, there's like 10 hot ass girls, and they go on these dates to try and like test out their relationship, and like at the end, some leave the current girlfriend to go with the newbie, and some like, I don't know, they just stay with the current boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, or they just go their separate ways and decide that they don't want to be with anybody. It's a pretty interesting show. I most definitely was watching it on the first season while I was doing the Bear Cave and definitely giving updates, and now second season starts October the 10th. So yes, I will be watching.
All I know is that I really could not watch that show.
I couldn't be on that show because, like, if me and my wife went on to Temptation Island, like, first off, it would just be me getting, like, wasted on the free bar. So I'd just be getting fucking shit-faced. And then Ashley would be, like, sitting on a couch somewhere quilting something. So, like swole ass dudes and like hot ass chicks and be like, yeah, I want to go get drunk and stuff, and she's gonna sew something.
You guys would win then.
Maybe we would win because we stay together. like I mean, half the like, especially on the weekends, like we don't sleep in the same. Most of the time we sleep in the same bed, but on the weekends it's usually I find myself asleep in my recliner, and then. You know, she has the whole bed to herself until I wake up at like 4:00 in the morning because I have to pee. And then, but so that would be it. Like I just, yeah. So how was your experience on Temptation Island? You guys got a lot of really nice couches and stuff to sleep on. Thanks for the whiskeys. I mean, you guys spared no expense. I was drinking top notch cocktails. That's what I'm talking about, folks.
And the view from the ocean is really nice too, by the way. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, the ocean, yeah. I'm glad I didn't walk down there, but I slept in a hammock one night. I passed out, but still, slept in the hammock. Didn't walk into the ocean because I'm not that kind of Mexican. I think we crossed the part, the nearest, the shallowest part of the Rio Grande, so we could walk across.
Oh my
stuff.
god!
So we're not great swimmers, so. I think for the great swimmers, you're looking for the Puerto Ricans. You know, they come here on a floating door and shit. Hey, it's okay. I can make fun of my own kind. It's all right. I can make fun of them because they all know it's true. They all know it's true.
God. Well, that's like the Cubans for us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Off the coast of Florida.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing with Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, it's true.
But I guess Puerto Ricans don't, because they're just American citizens.
Yes, they are.
So I think it is the Cubans.
Yes.
When they come and, like, we can't let... Well, I don't know. Well, with our president, who the fuck knows what happened? But I know, like, back in the day, we still had, like, embargo on them. They could come here.
As long as they were holding cigars. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I wish that I brought more, but then they would have been wet cigars, and I'm just not. Back in the day, I would have hoped they would have brought cocaine, but that's the Colombians, too. And they definitely brought it. But no, I think it was like the deal is like they had the embargo on them, and so they could come here. But if you tried to help like if somebody was drowning in the water, like an immigrant was drowning in the water, we couldn't save them because it's now you're like you're human trafficking, like you're smuggling people in. But if they made it to the beach, then they could stay here. I think that was that whole deal with that Elian Gonzalez kid.
Yes.
Like he made it.
That was a long time ago.
He was Rose, and whoever went with him was Jack, and well, we all saw the end of Titanic.
I don't know.
That's a very solid comparison.
I keep falling asleep by that part of the movie.
It's a boring ass movie.
Exactly.
It really is. Like,
Exactly.
look, here's the thing. All right. I don't want to watch like movies like the Titanic. Okay, the only reason I wanted to see that was because I was 13 years old and it showed boobs. And a mighty set they were.
I had to go see Titanic with my father, and I didn't know that there were tits in the movie, and then I have to sit there next to my dad, and then the freaking girl's boobs pop out, and I'm like, holy crap, now I have to sit here being all embarrassed next to my dad.
And then he moved over one seat to sit by himself for that scene.
And then I get home, my mom's like, how was the movie? I was like, did you know there were boobs? And she was like, no.
I saw that movie in the theaters 5 times.
I saw it a lot, too.
And how many times did you wax the carrot?
Well, it's in public, man.
You can always sit in the last row like usually everybody else
Listen,
does.
if Pee-wee could get away with it, you could get away with it.
Dude, I just wasn't feeling. I was more imaginative. This is before the internet, you know. So this is before I could look up porn at a moment's notice.
Smell this.
Oh, jeez.
It's always going to smell bad. It's going to smell bad.
It's the pumpkin cupcakes.
Oh God.
Hostess.
What is that? A pumpkin cupcake?
Yeah.
Can we, since it's October Eve, it's October for you guys on the East Coast. It's still September for me and Nick. Can we just settle the age-old argument? What is better? Because in my eyes, pumpkin spice is, I wouldn't feed it to my dogs, but apple cider is where it's at.
Yeah.
It is.
Apple cider is way better than pumpkin spice.
All right.
It means it's more fall to me.
So, this is my position on pumpkin spice. I don't like pumpkin spice coffee. I don't like pumpkin spice like everything on the planet. But I do happen to like pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin muffins.
Apparently, because you're eating one.
No,
Or is
I'm
that a
eating
cupcake?
It's a cupcake. A Hostess.
Oh yeah, it's got icing on
Hostess
it.
cupcake with frosting. I don't like everything pumpkin. Like, I'm not like, full over everything pumpkin. I happen to like certain, I like pumpkin cake. But, I don't live and die on pumpkin. I don't want pumpkin, body lotion and pumpkin freaking shampoo and shit. I just like a cupcake.
Do they make pumpkin shampoo? I'm sure they do. They've got to. I'm sure there's some white girl wearing Uggs that has pumpkin shampoo and body lotion.
Easily.
100%. See, this is
she's got her leggings and her tunic top on, and her Han Solo vest and her Uggs.
I was just going to say that, I swear to God.
Pumpkin spices shit all over.
I have a meme that I post every year that it's the start of Han Solo season. Of leggings and Uggs and the vest like it's typical, you know, the start of fall. That's just not me.
What in the blue hell is pumpkin cake? I've never heard of this.
I actually make
Well, Nick,
pumpkin...
it's cake with pumpkins in it.
I do. Well, I do. I make pumpkin pound cake.
I guess at the end of the day was a stupid ass question.
Nick, buddy, my buddy, my friend here.
I know we've been on for a long time
in
now.
the fucking explanation. That shit's got carrots in it. So I mean, when we talk about pumpkin cake, I'm imagining that shit's got pumpkins in it.
Hey, but you know what? In fairness, though, like I think carrot is the worst vegetable in the world, but I'll mix carrot cake in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I would
get those like southern carrots with like the cinnamon, the brown sugar and shit. Those are good.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, man. I think when I lived in Florida, even though it was like the butthole of the South, it was still the South. And man, they had some people that make some bad. Plus, I hung out in Alabama for a little while, and they had some ladies that made some fine cuisine. And those carrots, those little fucking carrots are so fucking badass. But I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of the carrots.
Hell no.
I could do without it, except like those little brown sugar carrots or the Mexican carrots where they put them in like with jalapenos and cauliflower and like pickle them.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like escaviche or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's fucking badass. Other than that, the carrot cake is good though. I'll eat the carrot cake.
Yeah, carrot cake's fire. Carrot cake's fire, but that's as far as it goes. Carrots are nasty.
So, while we're on the subject of carrots,
yes.
So I don't know. I'm glad that we live in our time because apparently, when my mom was a child in the 50s and 40s and stuff, that was a very poor time in the United States. But that was back when everybody was making stuff with Jell-O.
Yeah.
And she makes this she calls it a salad. It's a fucking dessert, but it's kind of a salad because it's orange Jell-O in a Jell-O mold with like shredded carrots in it.
Oh.
All right. So I'll tell you a very quick story. When I was pregnant with Angela, I was never sick. Like, not for a single second. Like, I wasn't nauseous. I wasn't sick at all. So Easter, which is usually like late March, early April for us, was like a month before I gave birth to her. And baby daddy's grandma came over to Easter dinner, and she brought her Jell-O mold that she filled with all kinds of fruit, like orange slices and cherries and stuff.
No, see, that one's good though.
Okay, yeah. But when she turned it over on the table and then somebody hit into the table and the whole Jell-O mold wiggled, I lost my shit. So, like, that was the first and only time I was ever sick my whole pregnancy, because I watched that Jell-O wiggle with all that weird stuff, like, that was floating in it. So then, like, even now, and my child is going to be 16, I can't look at any Jell-O that's got stuff in it because it makes me want to vomit.
Well, I mean, I get that, though. Like, I don't know. I thought you were going to be like, yeah, you know, that orange Jell-O with the carrots in it, that's really good because I was pregnant with my first.
Yeah, no.
And I thought that was just the fucking bee's knees, but
no.
I was going to say gross, but I understand it because you're pregnant and y'all eat weird shit when you're with child.
No, I ate everything with onion dip when I was pregnant.
Gross.
And I ate a lot of raw cookie dough, and my doctor yelled at me.
Well,
and told
I do that
me,
when I'm stoned.
Yes, but he told me I was going to give my child salmonella and then screamed at me for a half hour. So I stopped doing that. And then I lived off of like mint chocolate chip ice cream shakes.
Yeah?
That was like my whole thing.
That's why when I wake up in the morning, I'm glad I'm a dude. Like, seriously, because, no offense. I'm just glad I don't ever have to have the possibility of carrying a child if I get sick and like I get nauseous and stuff like, but I couldn't imagine, not like just like the sight of Jello the sight of Jello makes me sick anyways, just because it like jiggles and stuff, and it's
I'm okay with regular Jello, but once somebody puts something in it, that's a loss for me. Like that fruit in it. And like now they sell it in the supermarket. It's like strawberry Jello with like
it's that rainbow Jello with a little mold.
It's got like peaches and stuff in it, and they sell it in little cups. And like I can't.
This shit's good though.
I'm sure it's delicious, but I can't look at it. If it wiggles or moves, I can't eat it. It actually makes me want to throw up.
Well, so it's a good thing that we know that like you're not gonna go like turn to cannibalism and stuff because people wiggle and move and shit. So that's good to know.
No,
well, it doesn't wiggle and move.
Pretty much safe. You're safe on that.
Oh well, that's good. So back to the pumpkin spice. We haven't decided on this yet.
Yes.
Pumpkin spice or apple cider?
I'd prefer apple over pumpkin.
There we go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is a no-brainer.
No, I mean
apples over it's apple over pumpkin, dude. And like, you know, being out here, we have like those corn mazes and
yeah, we got them out here too.
Yeah, dude. The corn.
Well, I guess you're in the Midwest as well.
Yeah, I'm in the Midwest as well. Yeah, dude. Yeah, trust me, Chicago. Well, the suburbs, we definitely have corn mazes. I'm gonna tell you what. In 2020, I am making it a point to do all white people activities in 2020. I'm trying to apple pick, strawberry pick, blueberry pick. I'm trying to do more wine tastings. I'm trying to think what other white people activities is out there.
So, okay, hold on, Nick. Let me just put a pin in this one right here, because you have not described, except for wine tastings, you have not described a single white people activity. That's an activity. That's an activity for white people. But you just talked like you just described a Mexican's day on a Tuesday. Picking strawberries, picking apples. Yeah, that's what we do, bro. You gotta go kill a fatted calf. Fucking.
No. I am telling you, white folks love doing this because the ones that
in the fall,
they're like, well, that's what I'm saying. Because they'd be like, for my birthday, my boyfriend's taking me apple picking, and I'm like, man, that's bullshit because I want to go do apple picking too. I just need to find a white person that likes doing that kind of stuff and has no other friends to go do it with.
So come back here.
Huh?
Come back here.
Y'all got apple picking activities?
Dude, they got fucking badass apples up there. That's like Vermont apples and fucking Granny Smiths and shit.
We drive an hour from here. We have... 15 different groves in all different directions?
Yeah.
Upstate, Long Island, Jersey.
Dude, we even have pumpkin picking.
We are surrounded. Like, you could do pumpkin and apple picking all in one big, giant orchard.
No, I don't want to do all that. I need to do either one or the other.
And then, wait. And then you go to the other side. If you did both
on the same day, then you'd be a Mexican.
And then you go to the other side of the orchard, and there's like a petting zoo. So you can hang out with goats. Then you can go...
that's another thing I know white people love to do, the petting zoo. I'm trying to get in on these activities, man. I'm trying to get on the... Dude, I'm trying to hit up one of the wine vineyards, and then I can start talking about wines. I'll be like, this wine is very rustic. It has a very bold taste to it. And white folks ain't gonna see me coming saying stuff like that, man. It'll shock them. They'll be like, oh my God, that guy really knows his wines. Exactly.
The wine is not just a white people thing, though, because like Charles Woodson just released his wine out of Michigan.
Look at his face.
Who do you think convinced Charles Woodson to make wines?
white people. Thanks. Not even gonna fucking argue with you on that one.
Right, you think Charles
Wood argue with
one day and said, hey, I want to make one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Come on, man.
Damn.
But no, like, dude, I know about wine. I mean, fuck. I'll go to wine tastings with you because I'm a drunk and I like drinking wine. And I actually know like I used to work in a really high end liquor store and I had to take classes on all this shit. I know wine pretty well.
I know it's red and it's white and it could be pink. That's all I know.
Pink's just a rosé. It's just a red and a white mixed together. That's just lazy. That's for the people that
can't decide.
Well, I like wine, but I really don't like the dryness, but I really don't like the sourness of the white. So we mix them together. And they're like, oh, but I like this because it's pink.
Yes. And then they're like, it's a little bit of, it's kind of fruity, but it's not really that fruity. And I don't know, it just goes down real smooth.
And I like wine to be cold. And I know you're not supposed to drink it that way, but I like wine cold.
You're supposed to drink white wine cold.
I don't know. I like
you drink
cold.
White wine cold. You drink red wine.
Yeah.
About
like
70.
temperature.
No, you could go about 65 degrees. Like that's why you get a wine cooler, and then you just like keep it at a constant temp of like 65 degrees.
I like things cold.
65's cold for red. I mean, it's chill.
I don't know. I like ice cubes.
All right, so I got a plan. So I have to plan another trip. I have to plan another trip to New York to do.
We could do white people stuff.
Hold on a second. I've got to be there for this because she's gonna have you throwing fucking ice cubes in wine, and you're not gonna get the right experience. I'm just saying, if you're gonna start trying out fucking booze, you want a real booze hound to be there to walk you through this journey. And it's a wonderful journey, but you're gonna feel like shit the next day. I'm saying the thing about wine is the beginning and the middle part are awesome. The ending, it fucking sucks.
Are there like pancake houses in New York that I don't know about? Any good breakfast spots? All right, good. As long as I get some pancakes the next day, I'll be straight.
Or you just find a Mexican restaurant, get you some menudo.
I have heard that menudo definitely hits the spot when you're smoked. When you
it is
the next day. That's what I've heard.
You just got to realize, just don't think about what you're eating.
So when we went to the feast up here, the Italian feast that we were supposed to go to.
Oh, motherfucker.
He walks me through the whole thing, and I was like, we have to find the Mexican stand. And he's like, at the Italian feast? And I'm like, yeah, because there's no good Italian food here. I was like, we have to find the Mexican stand. So he was like, well, what are you going to get at the Mexican stand? I was like, first of all, they make grilled corn. And he's like, what are you going to do with the corn? And I was like, you got to have this. So I make the lady make it up for me, and they put like the mayo on it, and then they put the cheese on it, and they sprinkle the chili powder on it. And then I give it to Ricky, and he's like, what the fuck did you give me? Because he gets a mouthful of chili powder, and he's convinced that I'm trying to kill him. And then the next stand over,
she probably was, Rick.
You know? And then the next stand over, they make arepas, which I love. And I could have had about 12 of those. And then I think, was that the first time you ever tried one when I gave that to you?
No.
Yeah?
It's not the first time, but the first time you had already eaten like a certain part of it, and there wasn't a lot of chili powder on it. She gives me the first initial bite, and the thing is almost basically fucking drowned in chili powder. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, how the fuck you just give me all of the fucking chili powder, and you eat the light end?
Take a Prilosec, man.
No, he just doesn't like spicy stuff.
Not as much as I used to. You know,
man,
I'm older.
I'm telling you, Rick, you're missing out on a world of cuisine.
I know.
You don't like spice.
Because my grandmama was Creole.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude.
Dude, I miss my grandmother to death because she used to make these salmon croquettes, but I think she used to put like cornmeal and stuff in them.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can eat them things for days.
I had the best.
Like I would like because she lived.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
what'd you say?
Black and catfish. Oh my
Look,
god,
that's
it
the one
was
thing I won't
so
fucking eat.
good.
Black catfish, bro.
I will not eat fucking catfish.
It's delicious.
It's fucking disgusting. It's a bottom feeder fish.
It's so good.
Okay, granted, I live in a state where we don't have a lot of rivers. But we just have lakes, and they're just like, they're man-made lakes, and they're stocked with catfish.
Yeah.
So they're bottom feeders in stagnant fucking water. So when you fish these big-ass catfish out of here, we get like bullheads and like, big old fucking catfish, and they taste like the fucking water. They taste like what they eat. They taste like dirt.
I get it.
But I've heard that like river cat or channel cats and shit like those, like if they're in flowing water, it tastes way different.
I don't like all fish. I don't, because some of it's too fishy for me. But catfish is delicious.
You're eating like the chicken nugget of fish. With catfish, like they're like
The chicken nugget.
like there's way better fish. I mean, we get like mahi, you get like ahi,
Of course,
tuna,
like I said, I eat other fish, but I just happen to really
salmon.
like catfish. See, now I don't like salmon at all.
Why?
I don't know. Nobody has ever made it for me in a way that I like it.
You never had like plank seared salmon with like a good ginger sauce on it?
No, nobody makes it good.
I don't know. On that note, we are going to slice and dice the rest of the show.
Yeah.
We have been on for legitimately 3.5 hours.
Good.
And
National podcast.
I did get news that the show will be aired Saturday on milehighradio.com along with the rest of our material. So that means
So it's just like we're taking over Saturdays?
we are taking over Saturdays. That's just
good.
the way it is. It's fucking amazing, but
Well, I'm glad she still wants to have me on after you assholes.
Blame Canada.
It's like, yeah, Canadian whiskey, fuck Canadian whiskey. That shit's gross. So fuck you want anything to do with Canada? Oh, but so up here in Canada and stuff, like, god damn it, you bitch. Like, you just let me like.
I just learned that October 4th is National Taco Day. I just learned that right now
So that's
on a
Friday.
Taco Bell commercial. By the way.
That's Friday.
that's Friday. I could do that.
You know what else is National Taco Day? Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's an everyday holiday.
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesdays, man. Come on now.
So I'm gonna work my way around the screen. Nick, do you have any final words for National Podcast Day?
I do. Thanks for everybody to listen to the show. Go Yankees. We're going to destroy the Twins. And you want to definitely tune into Arch Rivals. It's going to be a great show. And yeah, that's probably all I got. And I'm still trying to do white people activities.
Alex?
I'm sorry, you can't fucking finish with that. He's like, I'm trying to do white people activities. It's like, why? They're doing it for fun. Mexicans do it for work. Like, it's only a white people activity, and they pay to go do this.
Oh, it looks fun. Could you imagine me with a group of white folks?
I want to see that. I want to be there. I want to be there for that.
No. Because
Didn't you just hang out with us, the group of white folks?
Okay, bingo. And I knew you was going to say that nonsense because Karasu kind of canceled both of us out.
Oh, stop.
So it was like Ricky, Melissa, Ricky's family. So that at one point I was just, in a group of white folks. But the minute Karasu went through that gate, it canceled everything out.
Then he had backup.
Come on, rap with me for a second. I lose this backup moment. Hell right. Oh, man.
Okay, so anyways, for National Podcast Day, I'm going to go with, I'm going to also shout out to, go the same as Nick. Go Raiders. The Royals, well, see you next year, I guess. But But no, I think definitely listen to Arch Rivals. I don't know when this is going to play on Saturday, or which part's going to play on Saturday, but listen to Arch Rivals. It's going to be great since everybody won this week, and Todd, who is not here, is definitely going to get a tongue lashing from everybody. I just can't. I mean, you just imagine the Pepsi foaming out of his mouth. Sorry to any of the Canadians that I might have offended. The whiskey still sucks, but Labatt's are really good, and so is Molson. Other than that, God bless the USA, and I still don't understand what October Eve is, because I guess I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna have like a severed head on my dresser, and there's gonna be a pumpkin shoved up my ass. So happy October Eve, everybody!
Finally,
happy birthday, Mom! Happy birthday, Mom!
To the estrogen in the room.
Oh, jeez. All right, so we did this tonight because it was National Podcast Day, and we had a shit ton of us on from different shows tonight, which was incredible. And we do this for fun. So if you got shit to talk about and you got friends to talk about it with, and you think you could talk as long as us, do it. Do it, because people watch everything. Something appeals to everybody. So if you like doing this stuff, give it a shot. Do it.
My final word is thank you to Patrick from Savage Thoughts for coming on.
Oh yeah, thanks, Pat.
Lynn from Mile High Radio was on. A lot of our podcasting friends came on. And again, if it weren't for a few years ago where we jumped into this thing, I don't think where we would all be at this point. How many people we know, how many people we talk to frequently. Alex and Nick are family to me because of this. And there's a lot of others that I really don't have time to mention everybody that has been part of my family for the last 2.5 years for doing podcasting. You can check us out on all social media. Anything that airs audio, we are there. Arch Rivals will be on live on Facebook and Blackjack TV, 9:30 Eastern Standard, Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget Pipebomb Metallic. That'll be airing live soon somewhere. And Pain Train Pipebomb will be back regularly on Thursday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Till then...
and coming soon in 2020, Punks and Skanks podcast will be back on the air.
Good shit.
I've got a ton of bands loaded up that are going to do interviews, so that is going to be coming out. I'm very excited. I'm so erect I can barely wear my pants.
Well,
on that note,
till tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll catch everybody later. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. We love you all.
Hey everyone, this is Karasu from Pain Train Pipebomb. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did doing it for you. Don't forget to check us out on all of our social media, or check us out on Energy Rock Radio, IPMNation.com, or MileHighRadio.com. Please make sure to visit the online stores, PainTrainPipebomb.threadless.com or shop.spreadshirt.com/Pain Train Pipebomb for quality show merchandise. Thanks. On behalf of Melissa, Ricky, myself, and the Pain Train Pipebomb Army.